live. All right, so recap, right? Like, what do we remember here from last week or the last session? Versus Strahd session. This is what, like, episode or session 5? I'm like about 4. We're on number 5 right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 5.
So I'm not going to read everything in here. It's here if you want to like sort of read along. But basically, the last session, you were still in Barovia. I'm going to do this real quick. And you discovered what was going on in the village, right? You figured out that there was that Donovich, the village priest, was taking people and murdering them and throwing them into sepulchre of the church and feeding him to his son Doru, who was a vampire spawn. And you learned from Donovich why he was doing it and why Doru was cursed. He was turned into a vampire spawn by Strahd, and he was being driven mad by Strahd. Donovich was like completely like when you finally cracked his shell, you realize that like he was sort of like delusional a little bit or schizophrenic about it, like he was being sort of manipulated by a dark power. So it wasn't entirely his fault, but he did commit heinous acts against the villagers of Barovia. So that was that. And then he told Ismark about it, and Ismark took action upon Donovich. And then you went off outside of the village real quick and spent like a day outside of the village searching for missing supplies for the merchant, for Bildrath, at the general store. And you discovered that they were whoever was delivering supplies to the village. Their wagon was attacked by ankhags, which are those burrowing kind of insectoid-looking monsters that spit acid. Killed the monsters and recovered the supplies, receiving a huge discount at the merchant's place, which sort of wrapped up the session. Everything else you kind of already are aware of. But now, like you're really just kind of at a point where the only thing left to do is to get out of this town and get Ireena to the village of Vallaki, which you learn after purchasing a map at the merchant store that it's west of where you're at, of Barovia. So you're gonna have to pass through the wilderness or cut through wilderness. You haven't yet learned where you're aware that Granny, that woman who was selling the pies to the villagers, who basically turns them into drug addicts, that somewhere she lives somewhere west of here too. No one in the town sort of knows exactly where though, but um, you could always ask questions when you get to Vallaki. They may know more about what goes on with her in the village of Vallaki. When you first met Ismark, upon your first meeting, when he asked you to take Ireena to Vallaki, what he mentioned taking her to the church of Saint Andrel there, where she would be safe. So you have a couple of different pieces of information to go on with that. Like you got to get her there, and then you know, first you got to make it there and find it. That's the key thing. But that's where we'll start off tonight. Any questions, y'all, from you all?
No, I'm good to
Anybody?
go, and
Nope.
everyone else is.
Okay. So yeah, remember like keep in character and interact a lot with the NPCs because it's gonna be a lot of that tonight. You're gonna have to go about talking to them. What do you guys want to do first? Did you want to go do anything else in the village of Barovia, or did you want to just like set out on the road? Because I think did you take the long rest? I think you took a long rest.
Yeah, I think we agreed to take one like right before we got off.
Okay.
Unless I'm mistaken.
I think we did.
I thought you did too, but I don't see it here. But you can just take a long rest now.
Okay.
and then rest at the. I don't have your hit points updated, so maybe you didn't. But like you can spend the night at the burgomaster's mansion, Ireena and Ismark. Ismark has told you that he has to remain behind and now run the village to the best of his ability. They used to call him Ismark the Lesser because he was like the lesser version of his father. Now he has to like become the burgomaster on his own
Mm,
and sort of run the town and deal with the townspeople and their crazy antics and stuff. What's left of it anyway. The town's basically a shell of its former self. Many of the villagers have been killed by the priest Donovich, and you got Mad Mary running around. Oh yeah, Mad Mary's still looking for her daughter. You didn't learn anything new about her daughter being missing.
no.
And like according to Ismark, she's just nuts. Mad Mary's probably, her daughter Gertrude has probably been killed. She left the village or was taken by Strahd or something. Like no one knows. Mary seems to think she's alive. All right. Trying to decide. What do you guys want to do? Like, do you want to set out onto the road?
I think we should. I think the sooner that we can get to the safety of the church, the better.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I
Guys
forgot I
think?
was muted. Yeah, that sounds good.
You guys want to head right out? Okay. All right. So over here. All right. So you guys are on world map now. See that? Now, what I went ahead and did is I added the fog of war on here. If it lags too much, let me know. But I'll just control the token, or you guys can control this token. How this works is every one of those hexes equals, let's see here, a quarter of a mile. Okay, so you got to do this math as you're traveling, right? At a normal pace when you're marching, you can cover 3 miles in an hour. All right. If you're moving fast, you can get up to 4. If you're going slow, as if you're trying to constantly stealth, you can move 2 miles per hour. But each hex is a quarter of a mile, so 4 hexes is a mile, right? So whichever way you leave the hex doesn't matter. That's like right there. That's a mile from the village, right? So from there, like like that. So that would be sort of like a mile.
Okay.
And you guys are probably going to want to, head west-ish. Now, you don't know how to get there. There's several roads you could probably take, but you're going to have to decide which way to go. And if you want to, like at any point while you're traveling, you can make survival checks for 2 things. I've kind of added mechanics, and you can search. Well, this is normally a D&D mechanic, but you can search to see if anyone's following you by making a perception check. Or you can make a survival check to see if any enemies or any other people in general have been in an area recently. If you want to search around, you can also hunt while you're in the wilderness for food and shelter and things like that. Kind of created a special hunting mechanic that I think you'll find interesting. I hope.
I'd like to do that.
Yeah, I figured you might like it. So I sort of made this special little how to hunt set. Anyways, go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, without our druid, we're definitely gonna need your skills, Jeff.
I don't have any rations either.
Yeah, hold me
don't think.
with you, the druid, but I'll just kind of have to play him if you get into a fight or something. I won't role play him out.
Oh yeah. But if well, you have nature and survival, don't you, Garrett?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think I have. Let's see. Survival, stealth. Yeah, I do have nature.
Okay, cool. I was gonna say anything that we really need like him to do. I think you could probably. You have a decent, like probably the same skill set as him. as far as like nature and survival go.
Yeah.
Do we want to? Oh, shit. Do we want to buy rations before we go, just in case, or you just want to rely on the hunting?
Let me.
I mean, we could do the hunting thing. Give us a chance to try it out.
Yeah, let's just try the hunting.
Does anyone
Okay.
have rations? You might want to pick up some, because remember, anytime you have a short rest, you need to either, make rations or have rations.
Oh yeah.
I have 9. I stocked up last time, and I've only used 1.
Oh, you should be able to share them with the party too.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, you just want to be the ration bearer. But like, yeah, you should hunt for food while you're in the wild, in case you find yourself in a place where you can't hunt and you have to take rest. Then you need rations, right? So think of it sort of like a mechanic like that. While you're in the wilderness, you can find food anywhere, most likely, or
I have
just
15 rations also.
15.
Where'd you
geez.
guys get all the rations?
Jesus.
I made a
Loaded
point
up.
to buy rations last time.
I didn't know we could buy those.
Yeah, I think
Well,
they
I'll
were
get,
on that list.
I can give you some.
Yeah, we'll share with you.
All right.
All right, I'm ready when you guys are.
You guys can see this, right?
Can my
Yeah.
rations look like worms?
Okay, I
really
will share
want
with
these.
you, so you don't have to look at worms while you're eating.
All right, can you guys move the token? Who wants to be in charge of that?
I'll do it, I guess.
Decide
That
where you
makes
want to
sense
go,
with you doing.
and then if you want to sort of guide the party westish. So it looks like directly west you would encounter a forest. You may want to stick to the roads, but
we have the map, don't we?
you have a map, yeah. And then I also shared with you guys this map, which is sort of more of a hand-drawn map. Does that look okay? Do you see that there? If you
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a player made this, but I think it's a little easier to actually get a sense of the lay of the land. So like there's Barovia, and it shows you sort of the roads and the rivers there. But the map we're on is the actual, game map. But this is what you should expect. Like Vallaki is in that direction. And it gives you a sense of where Castle Ravenloft is up on that hill.
Don't want to go there.
Probably not.
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet, yeah.
Oh, we're all still level 3, right? We never leveled up. I just want to make sure so I didn't miss something.
Yeah. I think I want to give you level 4. Shit, I didn't think about that. There was a point in the game I was going to give you level 4. I think it was here.
I mean, I'll gladly take a level 4.
let's do that. Why don't we start off doing a level up, and then you guys can get started traveling. How's that sound?
Okay.
It's gonna really, if anyone's watching our stream, which there isn't, it'll be a really boring part of the stream. But go ahead, let's do a level up. Yeah, let's do that. Cause you're at a point now. You basically complete. I should give you. You know what? No, we're not gonna level up to level 4 yet.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna level up when you get to Vallaki. Okay. That's where I had originally intended it, because when you get Ireena to the church, that's when we'll level up. Okay.
Okay.
If you're gonna take her there. So
get her to the church.
Yeah, get her there alive, and you'll get level 4.
Okay. Right, we could just drag her there. I mean, all right.
Take her dead body.
Cool. Well, Garrett, after you.
So with that token, Garrett, you're gonna have to like sort of drag it, like, it's not gonna work because it's not. I don't have this gridded. It's not gonna really. Well, it kind of works if you just use the arrow keys, but.
Okay. Does it
count your hexes to decide how far you're going?
So this is 1.
Yeah, so that's a quarter
2.
mile.
It's 1 mile right there. So this would be 2? Or
No, that by the time
that
you
would be
get to the
1.
bridge, that would be about a mile right there. Yeah,
Yeah, so 4 hexes is a mile.
4 hexes is a mile, and
Cool.
it's 3 miles per hour. So it's really not even that far. It just depends on if you get delayed or if there's difficult terrain or stuff. If you stick to the roads, it's fairly quick.
Hunting while we travel, is that like, does that slow us down, or do we stop and hunt?
I'd say like anytime you do a survival check to go hunt, you're gonna spend like 2 hours hunting.
All right.
Yeah,
Do you guys want to try hunting
and
when we get in the forest?
you also want to look to make sure it's safe to hunt too. If there's like, if you do a survival check, it may not be safe. You know.
Why don't we, because this road leads us back to the manor. Why don't we at least get there before we hunt? I'll get us a few hours on the road.
Right, get a little bit further.
I wanna perceive if anybody's following us.
All right, yeah, make a perception check.
Oh, shit. I have to actually click on it. Sorry. And
Don't see
fine.
anything.
They can be like right behind you, and it's like, nope.
Can I also try and see?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I'm still on the level up thing.
Damn.
Do you get advantage or anything like that?
This is a forest, so I think I do. Let me
Get
see.
something.
Natural Explorer.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Link that in chat. Yeah, let's just see.
Oh, and it's
That tells you which one, but so that's for a wisdom checks though. Which is double skill you're proficient in. You make an intelligence or wisdom check related to your favorite terrain. Your proficiency bonus is doubled if you're using a skill that you're proficient in. So when you make survival checks, you add twice your proficiency to it. While traveling for an hour or more in your favorite terrain, you gain the following benefits. Difficult terrain doesn't slow your group's travel. So like at any point, it doesn't matter where you're going, like through a forest, you could cut through forest without it being difficult. So it wouldn't take twice as long.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
You can't become lost either in a forest with your group can't become lost. If you were by
So
yourself, you could move stealthy at a normal pace too.
I could just go like straight this way.
You could travel, yeah, I mean, rivers don't count as forests, but like if you're just traveling through the forest, it's normal terrain for your party.
Cool. You said you wanted to get to the manor or just by the manor?
Let's at least get there before we start hunting.
All right.
Keep track of your miles, like roughly.
I think we've traveled 3 miles so far.
It looks about that, yeah. So
Yeah.
that was about an hour's worth of time that just went by.
About half a mile. We're at the.
Yeah, and then let me just show you something real quick. So on this map, can you see a red line on it?
No.
No.
Get which layer this map is on. Let's see here. GN. let's put that on the map level. So now you sort of know where some of the paths are, you guys. You see that?
Yeah, I
So
see that.
you know that there's like when you get here, you know, so there's a path leading southwest around that hill where Durst Family Manor was. You could cut through there, and there's more. This is more of a footpath if it's dotted. You're on like a road if it's not. If it's a solid line, it's a road, and that's where the Tessier Pool and the Vistani camp were at.
Why don't we? I mean, you know, if you want to go that way, that's fine. But why don't we go south? It'll take us even further away from Castle Ravenloft, and also that big ass wolf was up here, and we never killed that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. All right, let's go this way then.
Yeah, so you're really not in forest when you're on that road. You're in plains, by the way, but anything that looks like a forest is considered a forest. So, all right, you haven't encountered anything yet. I'm gonna start revealing areas of the map up ahead as you first there.
I think that was another mile just now.
Yeah. Making good time. You haven't even been on the road 2 hours. See up ahead here. Doing anything yet?
Do you guys wanna oh well, what time is it, I guess?
It's early in the morning. It's probably like 10 o'clock a.m.
I think right around here with like the forest on both sides would probably be good hunting. If you were wanting to do that.
Agree. Yeah, agree.
Yeah. There's a little bit. There's like a I'm looking at the map. There's like a lake south of us, like southwest.
It's pretty far south. You think it's like way down here. You're looking at which map are you looking at?
The one
The
we
hand drawn.
The hand drawn one?
no the one that says Barovia player map.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah. So there's no lake there. There's this pool like up here, and then there is a lake southwest. There's lakes all over the land. You're not. It's not in line of sight. I'll put it that way.
Well, do we want to hunt? Like start hunting?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you say we had to do like perception checks to make sure it's safe?
Survival would be more appropriate for that.
Okay. That's all you get.
Not all of us though, right?
All right, you found the signs of very large game as well as small game in this area. You can, go into the forest and hunt if you wished.
Yeah, let's do it.
Are we
Okay.
all on foot right now?
Yeah, you're on foot.
Okay.
So, question is, because you would be the one actually doing the hunting as a ranger, since you're making this survival check, you would probably have from that you'd have the highest chances if you were just to hunt alone. If you just wanted, like, how do you want to go about hunting? Like, you could hunt alone, or you guys could all just try and run through the forest attacking stuff. But you know from experience that game will typically run if they sense a lot of people.
That actually works with what I was gonna say. I was gonna say I was gonna chill by the road, make sure no one's like coming, and I can alert you guys.
Yeah, you guys want to just like make camp and then I'll head off and hunt.
So you guys
All right.
set up a camp. He goes off into the woods to hunt. Set up for y'all. I'll put you guys on this map. Second here. Actually, I'm gonna use a different map.
Is that fog moving?
Yes.
That's cool.
We're hunting in a graveyard.
I know. Yeah, I gotta switch up maps here. Alright, so fine.
Oh.
happy hunting ground. So you guys set up a camp here. Add Ireena in there, because Ireena's with you guys at this point. She's like traveling these lands.
Of course I'm with you.
Yeah, Garrett, you know, you need to make a perception check now to see if you can spot any game, and you can sort of move around the map a little bit and determine, like, you click somewhere and you want to look for game, you make a perception check there. So like if you
Okay.
wanted to go over to these trees and look for game, you could, you know, look here or look here, that kind of thing.
Well, first of all, I'm gonna do a stealth check to try and
Okay,
be stealthy.
that's a good choice. So you are stealthing right now. You're performing pretty high there.
Okay. Gonna check, look around. Oh, I can't even see anything. Shit. Is it nighttime?
No, it's like in the morning.
Yeah, it's there. You know what, I'm gonna turn on global illumination for you. That way you'll be able to sort of see.
Okay.
Shiver chirps to some birds that she sees in her bird language.
Does she see any?
She apparently does see some ravens in the trees.
Oh.
I'm gonna do a.
She tells them like where they're going and where they've been,
Okay.
and ask them to watch over.
Where are
I'm
you look
looking in this direction.
that general direction? Do you get advantage on perception? You're in the forest, so yeah, you'd have advantage. You're looking real close, and in this area right here, give this to you because basically see some uh, some does walking through the brush there. They haven't spotted you yet because you're probably keeping call it downwind from them.
Some does. Those are just babies, right?
They're females, yeah.
Oh. Hmm. I
Fawns
can
would be
attack.
babies, you know.
Oh, fawns.
You could, they're a hard shot. What you could do is wait to see if they move out into an open area, and then there's also like right here, that's a ridge, so they're like halfway between the ridge line. What we can do real quick is roll initiative, and like every round you can decide if you're going to take a shot. You don't have to worry about damage at all. You just have to be able to hit the kill zone. Okay. If you miss, like the AC is going to be high. Like it's not a matter of killing them. It's a matter of killing them in a way that's not going to spoil the meat. So you have to hit them right in the heart and lungs, kind of deal. Okay. Um, the closer you are, the easier your shot is. Therefore, the lower their AC. If you feel confident in taking a shot at a certain range, you can do that. So I'm going to go ahead and roll initiative. You're the only one actually in this initiative for right now. I'm going to add that the enemies in. Yeah, you know.
Are they below me right now?
Yeah, they're sort of like sitting on the ridge, you know, like standing there eating. Um, shoot, I gotta add in a quick combatant. Let's see here. Lost the ability. Oh, there we go. Say. every time it's their turn, they get to. I'll decide if they move. I'll roll a d4 and see which direction they move. Like they don't have a lot of hit points. You just got to be able to hit them. All right.
All right.
So it's your turn. Do you want to take a shot there? You have it's a very difficult shot if you don't have sharpshooter. You're shooting right through the brush at them. They have 3/4 cover. You have the sharpshooter.
No, I don't.
No. And you probably want to use your longbow, or it depends on what you want to roll with, but something with longer range is usually good. It's your crossbows too. It doesn't really matter.
Can I? How close is this? Let's see.
Like you could wait this round and just like let your turn go by and see which way they go.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Want to do that?
See if they come out.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll a d4. So 1 is north, 2 is east, 3 is gonna be south, and then 4 is gonna be west on the grid. Okay. So what did I say? 3. So
3.
they sort of follow each other and they head further south, making your shot more difficult. Now you can that counts for both of them. That is, that's their turn, and then like they're just kind of, they don't hear you yet. That if they see you, they're gonna run. And you can either choose to take a reaction shot at that point with a very like at a disadvantage, still see if you can kill one, or you can attempt to shoot them where they do that. Each round, if you want to remain stealth, you have to make a stealth check if you move. Okay, so if you move at all or reposition, you have to make a new stealth check.
Okay. Are they facing? They're facing away from me, right? Like basically.
You have a broadside shot on them. I'll just say, yeah, you have you could hit them in the side if you wanted to take the shot. You're probably only going to get one shot off before the other one starts running. And I'm going to give them a reaction where they dash immediately after your first attack hits something.
Okay.
Would it help at all if Rorik is praying for a bountiful harvest?
I don't know. Is that an ability he has?
I mean, I could do a religion check and pray to God Killenborg helps him.
Well, you should have blessed him with like something before he ran out there into the woods, but
Oh, fuck yeah, I should have.
um,
My bad.
go ahead and make a stealth check, Garrett.
Okay.
See if they hear you. You're moving around. You can have advantage on it because you're not in rough terrain or anything. Plus, this is your terrain.
Oh.
Oh, it's a 9. Let me just roll a d20 and see if they hear you. Apparently not. I'm gonna count that for both of them. Like you weren't super stealthy, but they didn't pay enough attention to you, so they didn't hear you. You can keep moving this turn, but each square you got to make a new stealth check. So
Oh.
you have a bad shot right now. They're small target, and they have extra armor class right now because they're still in brush. Do you want to like wait there or move again?
I'm gonna move one more.
All right, roll for stealth. Have advantage. It's your natural explorer. Okay, you were very quiet that time.
And then I'm
It's
gonna
unlikely.
wait.
I'm just gonna roll one more d20, and they got to beat a 21. All right, they got a 5. Yeah, they didn't. Gonna wait there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna roll a d4 and see if which way they head. All right, so that's 2. That means they're gonna move over here together, 1 square each. They just start grazing out. They have not seen you at all. So if you want to take your turn again, make a shot. One of them is open, but he's downhill from you. It's an easier shot than it was before, but not a perfect shot. You don't have to worry about damage. You just got to be able to beat their AC, and by that I mean like hit them right in the heart and lungs, like a perfect shot.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try and shoot him with my bow,
All right, roll that.
which I don't think I have a. Oh, I do.
Your longbow. Yep. Only thing that matters is the 2 hit. You rolled a 21. That's good. That hits one. You kill one right there, dead. Okay, that kills a doe, and then I'm gonna roll a d4. It's gonna roll. I'm not even gonna roll a d4. I'm just gonna have it dash in a direction. I'll roll a d4 to see which direction it dashes in because it didn't know you were there. 2. So it's gonna roll. It's gonna run this way. You may take a reactionary shot at the end of its movement. It is dashing though. It's considered pretty far, but you have a clear line of sight. You can try to take another shot and get 2 kills. Wish.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try it.
Go
Wait,
for
can
it.
I move up? No.
You can move up to your speed if you want now. Not
Okay.
because stealth doesn't matter at this point. It knows someone's there.
Oof.
Oh yeah, you crit. It's dead. That one drops too. That's 2 kills right there.
Nice.
Get both of them dead. And make a quick survival check with advantage to skin them if you wish. I'll put them both back up there. Okay, you have advantage. So yeah, you're able to field dress them and recover meat for up to we'll say, you know, I don't know if you have a way to cure it in the field. I'll just say you can have up to 10 rations worth of meat right now. That will
All right.
they will spoil after 5 days though, because they're not cured. You can call them like you can call it mutton or steer steak or whatever. Just call it venison, you know. Um,
All right.
okay. Now you take them back to camp and feed your uh, mates there.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, what was that?
That's a short bow barrage.
Nice.
I meant to do that as you were playing, but I forgot it.
I walked triumphantly back to camp.
Yep, you're like, okay, I got some meat here. There they are.
Lunch is on me today.
Good job.
Nice.
Oh,
I guess Auroric would have been like just sitting here reading his prayer book. I'll put it up. Are we cooking this or?
Can if you wish.
Ireena wants to cook some. Is that okay?
Can I cure it here at camp?
Yeah, you can attempt to cook them and cure them. Yeah. I think that would be just another survival thing. You know, you have advantage on it. Do you have supplies for stuff? Does anyone have like I don't know if there'd be a kit for something like that. Probably officially just falls under silly stuff like survival checks and all. I can just make up my own rules for this. But yeah, you can cure them, but it's only going to last 5 days unless you have salt, which I don't think any of you have. So
No.
yeah, you've already performed enough of a survival check to do that. So You dice them up into all kinds of like bits and pieces, and you have plenty of steak for your travels. You wrap them all up nice and neat, and hand them out to the party, like however many you want. It's about 10 rations worth.
All right.
But don't call them rations, call them venison.
Oh.
They can count as a ration now. Because they're going to decay after like 6 days of not being chilled or salted.
Why don't you, I mean, we're pretty stocked on rations. Why don't you hold on to them?
Okay. Yeah.
But you can all have some now if you want, so you don't have to use your own rations.
Oh. Yeah, sure. Okay.
That'll count for your ration for the day, you know.
All right.
Sweet.
So I'll hand out 3 to you guys.
Before
I'll
if you
take
give
3
one
away.
to everybody. Does Shiver eat meat?
Yeah.
Probably does.
Yeah, raw. Loves it.
Eats it raw? Wow.
Yep. She likes eyeballs especially. Do you have to have salt to make jerky?
I think so. Right? Or is it just drying them? It just takes time.
I think it's like smoking.
Yeah.
You have to. Yeah.
I think they add salt to it too, though. For flavor stuff.
Yeah.
It's mostly flavor. I think the smoking is what really preserves it. But it does take time, so I'd take, I mean, realistically, like half a day on a campfire smoking it, because you'd have to do it in direct.
Yeah.
I'm probably thinking way too much into it.
Yeah, I think.
I think we'll be good for until we get to Vallaki, at least.
While we're sitting there, Ireena tells you guys about these weird memories she has of Strahd, and she's not sure exactly what's happening in the dreams or even if they're dreams. But she feels shows you her neck where she feels like she's been bitten by him. And that's all. She says that and shows you guys. So she walks over here and shows you her neck. See hurt.
She thought it would be a good time to mention it now.
Yeah.
After being on the road with you guys for a while.
Yeah. Because everybody else is so afraid of me. The villagers won't even talk to me. You guys are brave heroes and you even know how to kill things, so good job.
Does she look like a vampire? I mean,
I don't think I look like a vampire. I don't feel like a vampire.
Rorik, you don't think she looks anything like a vampire yet. Like, you wouldn't really know for sure.
Does she have marks on her neck?
Yeah, like she shows them to you now, I guess.
Can I? I don't know if I always say. Sure. Can I Eyes of the Grave to see if she appears as like an undead, like a vampire would?
Can do that, yeah.
Alright, I'll do that.
She does not appear to be undead to
you. Okay.
Not yet. You don't get that sense from her. But you know from like talking to the villagers in Barovia that vampirism. Wait, are you familiar with vampires already, Rorik? Like like generally, like lore.
Yeah, and I was gonna say like my background, like, well, the background has him dealing with vampires before he came to Barovia. That's like half the reason he came.
All right, so yeah, you would definitely know how someone becomes a vampire, and you know that Ireena is if you see 2 sets of bite marks on her. If a third set occurs, she could potentially become a vampire or a vampire thrall or what's known as a vampire spawn.
Okay, so it's like a like 3, and then that's it.
Yeah, if she gets enough times, she can become a vampire. Now, you know that true vampirism, you have to drink the blood of a full vampire to become a true
Okay.
vampire. But if you get bit by a vampire, you become the thrall of that vampire, but you're also like a lesser vampire.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what you know in the lore from that.
All right. So one more bite.
What do you mean one more bite?
Oh, nothing. He like pulls out his book and he's like playing it off.
I can't wait to get to the safety of Vallaki. I haven't known safety for a long time now.
So
Well, we've eaten and rested. Why don't we get back on the road? What time of day is it? How long did the hunt take?
it's afternoon at this point. Yeah, definitely afternoon. And you guys are another day. So it's actually Monday. Time tracker doesn't edit it. I'll have to update that later. But yeah, it's about 12 in the afternoon. O'clock in the afternoon. So far you haven't encountered anything evil on the path you've taken. Do you want to go back to the road map?
Yeah.
Traveling that way?
Yeah. Rorik's gonna start packing up all the stuff.
As soon as I find that map, and pack up your
I'm gonna
stuff.
keep the skins in my bag, I think.
Yeah, you could possibly sell them. They'd be worth something to Tanner. Find one. For the life of me, can't. Oh, there. It's the Barovia map. I keep thinking it's the village of Barovia. All right, back to the map here. Back down here. All right, yeah, a successful hunt. Now you know that the game is plentiful in this area. Keep in mind you've been sort of hanging out for a little while, camping in the woods. If you get back on the road, you may want to make sure it's safe again. You head on, so you don't get surprised by anything, or you do sense danger, you may want to sneak up on them instead of the other way around. And I'll give you advantage since you're basically in the woods. You don't see anything in the immediate vicinity. You could also track and use survival, see if you notice any strange marks on the road or in the woods.
Yeah, I'm gonna specifically for wolf marks, wolf tracks.
You don't find any wolf tracks here.
Okay. Is there any other, like, broken?
You do notice, you're not sure what caused it, but you notice that that there are some strange tracks that don't make sense. They're more like they look more like they could be caused by other game. There's like lots of strange vegetation. If that makes any sense. And they continue on the path ahead.
Can I make a as Ireena make a, like, what do you do, survival check to see?
Only one survival check per the party for something like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're not gonna know any more than what Garrett knows because he's a ranger. So whoever decides to make a check like that has to be the one to take the roll.
So the plants, you said they're strange. What's strange about them?
You see a lot of uprooted vegetation,
Oh, okay.
as if shrubs or trees have been uprooted, and then you see marks leading away, almost like tracks from a creature.
Uprooted. What kind of animal would do that?
That you're not sure about. You've never seen anything like this.
Well,
And the
you guys
tracks
wanna?
leading away don't look like animals to you. They're strange, like something you've never encountered.
I guess
Walking
we can.
plants, perhaps.
Well, are the plants still there, or are they missing?
They're missing. They're missing.
Oh,
Maybe a giant machine that pulls out the weeds.
maybe.
Should we carry on?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Let's.
You guys.
Okay, let me clear some of the path ahead. Sort of comes like to a bend with this little forest path. And you're tracking, you see signs of tracks up ahead. They get like all the signs that you were tracking earlier. Just continue to show up every, quarter mile or whatever. Okay, stop there. Up ahead, you notice that in the clearing there appears to be something. I'm gonna switch up maps here.
Is it something we need to do a perception check for, or like, are you just switching before you tell us?
I'm switching before.
Okay.
So the fog has rolled in. Can you guys still see the map?
Mm-hmm.
I can see white space.
Just white?
Well, like, I can see the grid. I can see this and this.
Can you see a map of like a forest?
Yeah. No.
Not at
I
all.
don't see a map. I just see the grid and these two things here, and then I see the shadow, I guess, the like black outline right here, like right here, going this way. Here, going this way.
So you don't see trees or anything?
No.
I can see the trees and
Oh,
stuff.
now I see something
Yeah, I can.
here.
Refresh your browser.
Oh.
See if that works. Anyways, Garrett, you can see directly up ahead now on the path that there are two creatures that appear to be made from like bark standing up there. They don't quite notice you yet. They're sort of like gnawing on twigs and stuff.
Hmm.
Shiver wants to approach like kind of friendly.
Yeah, I want to see if they're not hostile, but could just attack us.
They look humanoid, but like bark covered humans. Like,
Hmm.
do you want to move up and sort of approach them?
To you guys, Rurik, you're like the talker of the group, so it's up to you.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Let's all like, no weapons drawn yet. Like, try to look as friendly as possible, I guess, and we can like slowly go forward.
Could try gluing bark to us.
Shiver, Shiver
Oh.
chirps a little.
Before we do that, no, I don't want to cast that yet. Never mind. All right.
The longer you linger there, the more likely they're gonna. I'm gonna roll initiative actually.
Oh God.
Oh, okay.
Um,
That decides for us.
I think I'm on the wrong improved initiative.
maybe.
Yeah, I was gonna say it pulled up blank for me before.
Try to refresh it. I can send you a new link.
Is
May,
it X?
it may have changed. Yeah, I think it did change here. So, try that one, you guys. I think I had to. Yeah, it definitely needed to be updated.
Got it.
Oh, I know why it changed too, because I changed something with it. So, yeah, you should see it. They
Yeah, I
don't
see it
see
now.
you yet, so you can sort of act first. Want to try to, get the jump on them, but you'll need to make a stealth check if you want to approach stealthily.
I'm really bad
Ireena,
at stealth, but
Ireena can go first, or
Where's
anyone can
my-
go first.
Um. Hmm.
Where's Ireena?
Oh, I have to throw her in there.
All right, I'll do a stealth check, I guess.
Stealth check. All right, you're in the far, so you have advantage.
if I were to cast a spell while he's doing that,
Well, you
and it
gotta
can
let him.
reach from
You gotta
here.
let him act first. We're in initiative.
Oh
Technically.
yeah, yeah.
So
I was
he
gonna
said he
say.
was gonna go first. What are you doing, Garrett? Okay, you're moving up.
Yeah, and I'm gonna just sit here and watch them for
So
now.
it looks like now that you're closer, they were devouring something on the ground there. Now that it was hard to see in the mist. They're definitely flesh eaters and meat eaters. They have a deer lying there and they're just tearing into it. They're hunched over, a little distracted. That's why they didn't see you most likely. So you move up and notice that they're just devouring this poor creature's carcass, like bone and everything. They do not appear very friendly.
Okay. I'm gonna. I can't talk to them.
You could always attempt to, but
Probably wouldn't be a good idea.
yeah.
I'm gonna do a hand motion, like no, like with my hand. Like I'm gonna put a hand across my neck, like signaling to attack them. I guess,
All right.
and that's my turn.
All right. So Ireena can go next.
I thought she had a short bow, but she just has a rapier, I guess.
She just has a rate.
So she is in her.
You guys could get her a short bow if you want.
Oh, sure. Okay. She's gonna fall in behind this rock here, and that's her turn for now. Did you get that?
I did, yeah. So are you gonna hold action or anything?
Yeah, but
Alright.
yeah.
You didn't stealth up. Now they notice you guys, so they notice Ireena. Alright, Shiver's next.
Okay. Shiver is going to use Ray of Frost.
Alright, which one are you gonna go for?
The one to the left. One.
Okay.
I guess she moves here first.
Let's see, 19 is gonna hit. So you do damage to that one, cold damage. The twigs, you know, begin to like get real stiff, and it cracks some of the branches, and it's like foliage and needles start dropping to the ground from your ray of frost.
Hmm. Oh, I should have twinned that. All right. That's my turn.
I don't think you can twin cantrips though, right? Isn't that?
No, you can.
Can?
Yeah, it just takes 1 sorcery point. Right, guys?
I thought it was single target spells, but maybe.
It is. It's only single target spells, but it's
Right, yeah, cantrips can work. Okay, so do you end your? Does she end her
Ray of
turn?
Frost is- Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. Flint is next. Should probably. I don't know. I'm gonna have him shapeshift. I guess he'll become a bear. So he'll become a giant bear real quick. That's his bonus action. Just move this one off here. Everybody see the bear?
Yeah.
Alright, so the
Yep.
bear will
Strahd.
run up. And he's still got to get. He's gonna move up with his action to. Well, he can only get right there because he used his bonus action. Actually, no, he can use his action to dash, and he can't attack this round. That'll be his turn. And then it's Rourke's turn.
I'm gonna Sacred Flame number 2.
Are you in range?
It's 60 feet.
Yeah, you
it's
got
50
it.
away
Yeah.
from me. Cool.
Number 2, that's Dex save.
Mhm. Oh my god, really one
Yeah,
fucking.
it completely avoids
Jesus
the
Christ.
attack.
Alright, and I'll move up. Let's see. Like right there. Maybe one more. Okay. And that ends my turn.
Alright. As you guys approach them and begin launching attacks at them, you see that there's this pollen like bleeding off of them right now. Like this like spores or something. And then suddenly you hear some ruffling from the east and west of your position, from the bushes and the tree line. Looks like you got company here.
Of course, there's never just two.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. Quick numbering here. Got more to deal with all of a sudden. That's not even an action for them now. That's like happening as you're fighting them. With this one, number 1 will attack against the bear. I think bears get 34 hit points, so he's got some bonus hit points. Right. Alright. Okay. He's gonna claw at the bear. Critical hit against Flint. Takes 10 piercing damage. Alright, that ends its turn. Alright, Garrett, you took your turn this round, so I'm skipping on you. The needle blight, 30 feet. 10. This one will attempt to hit you with these thorny claws from the side. 17 to hit. That hits you, right?
Let me see. Yeah, yeah, it totally does.
It only does 3 damage, and you feel a little bit of a pinprick to your side from its clawed hands. And then more of them keep coming. Actually, this one gets behind you, and It'll have an advantage on its attack. Unless you wanted to react to it, but it would have missed. 2 will attack against the bear. Just leave this up. That hits the bear, hits Flint, 5 piercing damage. Alright, and then we're on to the next round. Ireena's up.
Oh, awesome. Okay, I'm gonna attack and use my rapier. And, ha! And then jump here.
Hold on. That is 10 piercing damage against number 6. Oh, and he takes all that damage. Okay. Still alive though.
Jump here. And that's my turn.
Okay. Shiver is up.
Aha! Shiver's gonna Ray of Frost this guy, but she's gonna use her twinning spell for a sorcery point. So she's gonna Ray of Frost 4 and 6 at the same time.
They have
Or
3/4 cover in that tree line.
This one?
17. That hits. That hits number 4. You got to roll that twice.
Right, yeah. So that's the first one.
Yeah, number 4 takes damage. 4 cold. Miss number 3.
No, I'm number 6.
Oh, you were hitting 4 and 6?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, all right. You missed number 6 then. Actually, no. He's out of the tree line, so that'll hit him. You just killed number 6.
That's why I was oh, nice.
Yeah.
I was wondering why he was covered. All right,
yeah. Number 4 is in the trees. So I thought you were attacking 4. So first.
I'm gonna move here, and that's my turn.
Okay. Now they're coming after you guys. So he makes it up to you. Attacking with clawed hands against Rorik. Doesn't hit. And 3. Up. Get around here. I think he had enough. Attacks. 21. That'll hit. Yeah, you take 5 piercing.
As he does that, I want to do my reaction, Hellish Rebuke.
Okay. Dex save. Wow, that might straight up kill him. It takes 12 damage. Okay. Burns him, but he doesn't die from that. He looks very, very damaged though.
Okay. That's right, you twiggy bitch. Alright.
Alright. Flint is going now. Bear has multi-attack. He's going to attack number 1 first with his bite. Missed that one. So then he tries to claw number 1 and hits it and shreds it into bark and twigs, and it collapses to the ground like a bunch of like leaves and falling debris. That ends his turn. Alright, Rorik's turn.
I'm gonna mace number 3 right in the face.
That's it. That's a hit. Number 3 gets crushed. You crush the branches and twigs that hold them together. And it's like magic falling apart as you destroy him. Like, you could see that there was magic in a way, like holding this thing together and animating it. Some kind of strange nature magic. Alright, that killed him.
And then I'm gonna turn to face 4.
Okay.
And end my turn.
Alright. Garrett, you're up. Number 5.
Alright. I'm gonna crossbow number 5.
Okay.
And
5
then-
takes 7 piercing damage.
And then I'm going to crossbow him again.
With your offhand.
Yeah.
Definitely hits. And that kills number 5. 2 shots of the crossbow just do enough damage. And he collapses into twigs. Turn him into a pile of leaves on the ground. Action and
And
bonus
then-
action.
I'll just move right here.
Alright.
That's my turn.
Alright. And number 2 will attack bear. Claw at the bear. 16 will hit him. So he takes 3 more piercing. Bear. Alright, next round, Ireena. You're up.
Ireena's gonna charge at number 2
Okay.
and hit him with the rapier.
Alright.
Ooh,
That's a miss. Yeah.
very much. So she's probably just gonna stand there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. And she has that parry reaction in case the thing tries to take a swipe at her. Alright, Shiver's up again.
All right. She'll Ray of Frost number 2. And where she's at. Oh my god. Ew.
That hits it, but just does a little bit of damage to number 2.
Okay. That's my turn.
Okay. Alright, number 4. We'll start trying to claw Rorik. It's an 18. Rorik, you take 18.
That hits.
Well, you don't take 18, but you take 4.
Hmm.
You guys suddenly hear more of them coming.
Of course.
Damn.
So, what were we up to? 6? 4?
Yeah.
6 enemies,
Yeah.
that's 7. That's 8. That's 9. And do 0 for him for 10. And then they keep moving through towards you guys. I already rolled for number 4, right? Okay, so Lint begins to multi-attack number 2. Ooh, a natural 1. I gotta roll a fumble. Nothing unusual happened to him. But the claw attack against Needleblight 2 hits. He fucks it up. Shredding like all kinds of twigs and leaves and bark goes flying everywhere, but it's still standing there. Alright, Rorik's turn again.
I'm gonna. Let's see what. 4 is the one that's in front of me. Yeah, I'm gonna. It's hurt. I'm gonna Toll the Dead on it. Oh.
That's wisdom, I think.
Yeah.
It's a 13. It's gonna fail, so go ahead and roll it.
What is that? A
Or he's
D12?
taken damage.
Yeah.
Alright, number
Well,
4
that's
takes that necrotic damage. Takes 5 damage, but still keeps going. Fall down, dead. You can see it in your roll now.
Yeah, that'll end my turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, number 9. Number 9 fires a bunch of needles from range at Ireena's side and does 14 to hit. Misses you. Ireena, like, you step right out of the way from these flying needles. Okay. ends its turn. Alright, Garrett, you're up.
I'm gonna fire at number 9 with the crossbow.
Alright. Missed. Flat out missed.
Alright. I'm gonna use offhand on him as well.
Okay. That hits, but it does just a little bit of damage to number 9.
Alright.
Barely piercing him.
And that's it, I guess.
Okay. 5 is dead. 10. It's over. Here. Fires needles at Garrett. 10, so that'll miss you. You step out of the way of those. They just keep shooting them out of their spiny chest and stuff. Like they fire right out of the middle of them. Number 7. Comes down and fires needles at Ireena. 17. That'll hit Ireena. Ireena, you only take 8 piercing damage, but they got you. He got you pretty good. You feel that one. They don't appear to be poisonous. You just get a bunch of pinpricks that hit you at the same time, like a shower of needles out of a shotgun. Number 8 down here. That's close enough. Fires at Ireena as well. And misses. Alright, number 2.
Ireena says, after this we're gonna need a rake.
Yeah. Clean up all this stuff. Number 2 claws against, not Rurik, but Flint. Misses Flint. It just like scratches the hide and does nothing to him. Doesn't pierce through the skin. Alright, so Ireena's turn. Got an enemy to your left and a bunch to your side and behind you a little bit.
Yeah. She's gonna stab 2.
He dodged you.
I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, that's her turn.
Okay. Is anyone having a hard time hearing Ireena? AKA Melissa?
You're having a hard time hearing me?
Yeah, you're very low volume wise. Yeah.
Is that any better?
It's a little bit better.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at the volume on my headset. But first I'll go as Shiver.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn you up on Discord for myself.
Oh, great.
I think it's just the music. It's a little loud.
I lowered it and I only had it at about 30%, so the rest of you are loud enough.
So she's gonna use chromatic orb and the twinning feature on 7 and 8, and she's gonna use acid.
Okay. That'll be 2 attack rolls.
Yeah.
1 against 7. It's
First one.
It's not. They have a little bit. It's a little bit of cover because of people in the way, and there's a rock there, so they got like half cover. All right. First one against number 7. That just barely hits, and you dissolve 7 in acid. 7 just melts and burns from the acid. It just crumbles into bits of twigs on the ground.
Okay. And then the other one on 4.
On 4. Okay. It missed.
Oof.
Flies right over Rurik and right over the blight creature.
Okay. And that's my turn.
Okay. Number 4 will try to use claws against you again, Rurik. 21.
Damn.
Takes 7 piercing damage.
Hmm.
Okay, that ends its turn. It's Flint's turn. Flint is going to continue to try to First, I'll have him just do a bite against number 2. Maybe he'll kill it. He does not, so he has to try to claw it. Missed again, so both attacks miss. And then ends his turn. He stays there trying to tank away at that one. Alright, now it's your turn, Rourke.
I'm gonna mace attack 4. And obviously it's not gonna work.
It steps right out of the way, doesn't even connect with him.
Damn.
Maybe grazes him a little bit on the bark, but it does nothing to hurt him.
Let's do... Let me just do myself. I guess I'll cast Aid, just because it'll actually let me like give more than just me hit points.
Bolters your allies with toughness and resolve. Choose up to 3 creatures within range. Each target's hit points maximum. Current hit points increase by 5 for the duration.
Okay, so I'll
8
give
hours.
myself 5, Ireena 5, and Garrett 5. Well, what is, let's see. Flint's still pretty good. So yeah, I'll do myself, Ireena, and Garrett.
Alright, I'm gonna track it as temporary.
Okay.
Alright, but you remember their maximum hit points for 8 hours.
Okay.
Because that's the way the spell. So Ireena gets 5, and then you want to give Garrett 5.
Mm.
Alright.
And that'll end my turn. Oh, actually, well...
Wait, that's an action. You can't cast that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I was thinking, I was reading Healing Word as I was like...
Yeah.
Because it says bonus action. Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna Healing Word, Oh my god, I feel so fucking dumb right now.
It's alright, it's alright. You're good. A lot going on. You got a bunch of creatures after you.
I wanna...
Tree men.
I don't want to die, but I don't want Ireena to die. So, I'm gonna Healing Word Ireena, because there's more danger over there.
Okay.
I know.
Right. Roll
but...
that. Okay, she gets
Okay.
5 hit points.
Cool. And that'll end my turn. Yeah.
Sec.
I feel like I'm gonna regret this.
Okay. So who's up? The Blights. Not number 9. Continues to barrage Ireena with needles. 19. Oh my god. It's a good thing you healed her. She takes
Right.
12 piercing damage from that. Holy crap. Ireena, you just had no chance to like dodge it this time. They just all barrage you right and hit you through your clothes and into your legs and knees and in your face. Ireena's got like all kinds of blood dripping down her face. You're gonna need like a cosmetologist after this. Ends his turn. It's Garrett's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna use Cure Wounds on Ireena.
Alright.
You guys are so nice.
It's good. Kill. Yeah, she's back to 16, and some of those scars instantly go away and stop bleeding. Counts as an action.
And then Hunter's Mark on number 9.
You're gonna actually cast Hunter's Mark, okay.
Yeah.
Right, but you don't roll damage there. You're just...
Oh, it's right.
Right, it's marking them. So when you make your attacks, that extra damage on your attacks gets applied to Hunter's Mark. Don't you also have Slayer's Prey, right?
Yeah, forget that. I'm just gonna use Slayer's Prey.
Alright, I'll change it to that. It's free.
basically
Yeah, it doesn't cost a spell slot. But it doesn't affect every attack. It only affects the first attack to hit them. So that's the difference.
Yeah.
Alright, so he Slayer's Prey.
Okay. And then we My turn.
That's your turn. For 10, fires needles. He's gonna fire at you. They're sort of picking their targets. Wow, I'm rolling like super high. These guys do not have a very good to hit. You got them beat by at least 3 to hit across the board, like for their bonuses and stuff. But Garrett, that would probably hit you.
Yeah.
Right? Garrett, yeah, you take 8 piercing from that. Feel that one. You gotta start thinning them out. Alright. Number 8 fires at Ireena. 18. Jesus. 6 more damage. You just keep getting shot by them.
Even with parry, I can't help.
You can't parry ranged. Yeah, I think you can only parry against a melee attack. Alright, next round. Round 5. Oh, wait, one more. Number 2 gets to attack the bear. I wanted to do a claw attack. Actually, that one doesn't count. And the bear's AC is pretty low, I think. It's 11, so that's gonna hit the bear. Bear takes 6 damage. He's still running. He's still looking pretty tough right there. Taking all kinds of hits and stuff. All right, Ireena, you're up.
Wait, just a second. Okay, so as a bonus action, I'm going to use Second Wind, and I'll roll 1d10 plus my level, which is 3, so I get 6
Get
hit
6
points.
back. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna rapier. I'm gonna run over. Oh, 2's still alive.
2's still right by you.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna rapier number 2 up his nose.
Yeah, you take him out. Like you take the rapier, stab it through him, and then you sort of like do a quick flourish up, and he just splits in half, and he's dead.
And then I do evil laugh. Blah, ha, 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 ha.
Oh, she's an evil Ireena. Okay. Okay.
And that's my turn.
Alright, Shiver's turn.
Okay. Shiver's gonna get a better view of these guys over here by coming through
Okay.
here. And do another
Risky.
point. Huh?
That's kind of risky. Go for it.
I don't know.
Do what you gotta do.
And then gonna do Thunder Wave.
Link that.
And it's only 2 damage. But it would be about. It would be.
What's that? A con save? A wave of thunder's force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a save. Now that spell.
Oh, I should have moved up 1 more.
That spell sort of looks like that. Yeah, you gotta move up 1 more if you want to hit all 3.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to.
Yeah.
And super glad I did it because that was a lot of damage.
Yeah. Well, it's better than no damage.
Yeah.
So number 8 failed. What was your DC? 13. So
13.
that's number 9. That's gonna fail.
Whew. God, I got lucky.
And they take half. So yeah, they take 1 or 2. So they all failed. 8, 9, and 10. So they all took 2. 9 took 2.
And then
10 took 2, and 8 took 2. You're not in melee range of them, so you can still,
Yeah.
if you have movement left, you can move, but I don't think you do, right?
just 1 back.
Alright, I'll let you do
And
that.
that's
Okay, that's your
my
turn. Alright, number 4 is going to just continue to try and claw at Rorik. 12. That's a miss, right? Sure is. Alright, Flint.
Yeah, sir.
He's gonna push through. He's got some difficult terrain here, but he's able to make it there. He's gonna bite number 8. 16 hits. Doing 7 piercing damage. He just rips a chunk of its like barky skin off its chest. And then while he's at it, he'll try to claw attack him too. 17 will hit number 8 and shred it into twigs and barks, and he's just gone now. So. Alright, that's that one. Alright, Flint. That's his turn. Rorik's turn now. Still dealing with number 4 there, Rorik.
Yeah, I'm just gonna mace it.
That hits. You connect fully and crush him down, and the branches snap, twigs crumble. He falls into a pile of wooden bits onto the ground.
Good. And I'll run like right here,
Alright.
and that'll end my turn.
Okay. Okay. Another blight, number 9. Now that he's in melee range with the bear, claws at the bear. 14 will hit the bear. Taking 8 damage. He's got 2 hit points left in his bear form. I guess I should have the bear do that healing thing. Alright, Garrett, you're up. 9 and 10 are alive.
Alright. I'm gonna try and hit number 9.
That hits. Number 9 is obliterated by that. He shatters into, twigs and roots and stems falling to the ground. He's dead.
Awesome.
You can make
And
your
then,
bonus.
Yeah. I'll try and hit him with my offhand.
Number 10. Okay, so you do.
Yeah, oh yeah, number 2.
3 damage to number 10 and take him out too. He was weaker. He was like a smaller one, and he's done. Killed them all.
Nice.
Did it, guys. Survived this little crazy encounter. We're all recovering now
Sweet.
from whatever happened there. Don't know what the hell they were.
Can I do like a nature check to check them out?
You may.
See if I can.
Yeah, you may try to figure out what the hell you were dealing with. Flint's there with you. He'll help you on that roll. Doesn't matter. Together, you put your noggins together and you learn the following information about them. So these are some type of obviously a plant, usually created by evil powers and dark powers. They don't really have eyes. Now that you're looking at them closely, they have like blind sight, you would call it, and they communicate through pheromones to each other, like spores. That's how they were probably summoning or help from the forest.
Gives me an idea.
Yeah, there's some more lore to them, but you don't know enough. You've seen what they can do in combat. They can shoot needles from their body and from their arms, and then they can use their like thorn-like appendages to like pierce and claw at things that they destroy.
So that thing that was coming out of his body, that like number 2, I think, at the beginning, that was the pheromones.
Yes, yeah. You notice that like all these spores started to like spread very quickly and rapidly through the fog. You could tell because they were sort of glowing green, you know. And they all, every time they collapsed into a pile of dust, like those spores spread out further and further. each dead one.
Could I like collect some?
They kind of like dissipate it now through the wind, so they're not producing them anymore. You can take a sample of the wood, like, or the remains, though. See if you can find a way to learn more about them later.
Sure, I'll do that.
Yeah, you know, like logging your inventory as twig blight, or we'll just call it a needle blight because that's what it is. You just like, you know, call it needle blight sample. You know.
I suppose this isn't a good place to rest, so I think I'm gonna cast Prayer of Healing.
Well, you could try to rest here. Up to you. You could always check and see, like someone could try and do a survival check and see if it's safe to rest now.
Yeah, I
could
think
do that.
yeah, Aurora will ask you to do
Or
that.
you can move on and find a place to camp that might be safer. You don't want to rest here. Up to you guys.
Yeah, maybe
This
that'd
is
be the
like-
best idea. Go ahead. Sorry.
Isn't this like a clearing in the forest?
It's between the forest. Yeah, you're sort of in the open here. You might want to move into a place to camp. Find like a safer camp. But like you could definitely rest right off the side of the road. It's up to you guys how you want to go about it. But you can make a survival check and see if you notice like signs of more danger.
I would assume it'd be safest here, since we can see all around us. In the forest, there's not as much visibility.
Okay.
Well, make a survival check. I'll tell you what you think.
Okay.
It's fairly safe right now because based on what you know about them, if there were more in the area, they would be here by now. You figure if you spend an hour to do a short rest, you'd be fine. Anything longer than that may be risky.
Okay. I guess they're made of twigs. Gonna make like a little fire.
You could definitely burn what's left of them.
Yeah, I think I'll do that and like set it up like right over here.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna use 2 of my hit dice.
Have a little fire there. Alright, so don't forget to spend 1 ration, whether it's a ration that he gave you or your own personal one. So Rurik, you get back, what is that, 8?
Yep.
So you only have 3 total, but you're back up to 17. Garrett rolls 1 and gets 7 back. Good roll. You're at 24. Shiver.
Oh, sorry. No. That wasn't for Shiver. That's for Ireena.
That's right.
Shiver has everything.
Does she get a
She's
bonus? Con
What?
be higher than 0. Oh no, she just has, has 11 con. That's all she gets is 7.
Yeah.
That puts her at max, so she's got 20.
I think
Shiver
I'll
didn't take damage. Save.
if you don't mind, I think I'll do one of the rations that could go bad.
You
soon.
should, yeah, that's what you should. Or everybody has to spend 1 ration who rolled hit points.
Do you want to use one, Shiver?
Yes, yeah.
I got 4 left.
Okay.
Cool.
Now use up some of that food. The other deer there looks fairly, useless. That the one that they were eating over here. You could always attempt to hunt for more food if you need to while you're out in the wilderness, but if you don't want to waste time on that, you don't have to. You might want to just move on after, bandaging up wounds for an hour.
I think that'd probably be the best.
Yeah.
Best idea.
Yeah. Alright, so time to read this, I guess. So You've been fraught with dangers at this point. So after, leaving Barovia, the village of Barovia, you took up the quest to escort Ireena. Just going to briefly read this. You're looking for allies in this land. Madame Eva has given you your fortune, and a lot of it is unclear to you, but you know that there's powerful artifacts scattered throughout the land that you have to start finding. You feel you have little choice but to follow the path that's set before you. By all accounts, no one can leave the land of Barovia save the Vistani. So there's something about those people that bothers you. Ireena, you feel like leaving your home behind wasn't your first choice, but you decided to do it. Following, your brother's wishes, you set off towards Vallaki with new companions. You know that Vallaki is ruled by a powerful burgomaster as well. Um, Nothing there, is familiar to you, though. You haven't been there since you were a small child. But seeking out the church there should make you a lot safer from of Strahd. Be on your guard, as you've seen. There's been plenty of dangers throughout the land. Um, and one question prevails all your minds at this point. Why does Strahd want Ireena? That's what bothers you the most so far. It's not the dangers, it's not the strange land itself and the mist and the strange animals attacking and the undead that you fought. But why does he want this woman? There's something unique about her that you've noticed, and he's bit her twice already. Why doesn't he just come out and kill you? That's another thing that you can't shake. Like at any point, it seems like he could just show up like he did at the graveyard. He seemed extremely powerful and just laughed at your abilities when you fought against him, and then left you to his minion. Maybe he doesn't consider you a threat, but you don't know. All you know is that you have a long journey ahead of you, so you press on. I think we should probably take a break there. Let's do a break. Okay, guys? Sound good?
Good one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. We doing 5 or 10?
Let's do 10.
Okay.
I'm
I'll
just
see you
going to
guys in
drop
10.
channel real quick.
All right, I'm back.
Cool. Bet you guys are excited to get out of this wilderness and get to that town.
Oh yeah.
And out of this rain.
Sounds like it's raining, doesn't it?
Sounds like it's raining coconuts.
I was wondering what that noise is.
It's the caravan music, like carriage music, you know.
Oh, like a horse clapping.
Yeah, it's
its
like
feet.
it's like a carriage being drawn around, kind of. All right. Well, sounds like everyone's here. Finished your resting, right?
Hmm.
So, do you want to continue on?
Yes.
Mm.
Feel more of what you see. Alright. You got your ranger, Garrett, leading the way. Trying to find paths through the wilderness. You see that you may be able to make a shortcut here, but you don't know if it's safe to continue along around the road that's set before you, Garrett.
I want to do a survival check.
Alright.
Check.
You don't see any obvious signs of danger if you were to cut through the woods there. Might save you several hours, in fact, if you did.
All right.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
No, it can't hurt to try. I mean, is it like a hillside or something, or?
It's just a clearing through the brush. It's just not a road, you know. But Garrett, being a ranger, can like guide you through quickly without slowing your pace.
I trust you, Ranger. Let's go.
All right. Very well. Let's go.
All right, you do. All right, now you can see much further ahead. Wide open area. See that there is like a bridge area up ahead there.
Let me check the map real quick. Where'd it go?
It's in there somewhere.
Oh, here it is. Looks like the only crossing.
Yeah, it's probably the only way across, unless you wanted to wade through the river there. In the distance, you hear the sound of roaring water. I'm just like, you know, it's quite far off, but even from here, you can start to make out like running water. You know, like rapids or something.
All right. It's a quarter mile. Half mile. And mile.
Okay, real quick, I want to read something. Second. All right. Follow the dirt road as it clings to the side of a mountain and ends before an arching bridge of mold-encrusted stone that spans a natural chasm. Gargoyles cloaked in black moss perch on the corners of the bridge, their frowns weather-worn. On the mountainous side of the bridge, a waterfall spills into a misty pool nearly 1,000 feet below. The pool feeds a river that meanders into the fog-shrouded pines that blanket the valley. So, like, now you can kind of make it out. It's like sort of over here. This is like the falls right there. See that, like, on the map? I know it's difficult to see that, but kind of make it out there. This is like a landmark, I guess you would call it, as you're passing through this area. Anytime you pass through a major landmark, I'll stop you guys and be like, you notice this, or you know what I mean? Like,
yes. It's beautiful. Let's keep moving.
All right.
Okay.
there's some more area. See all the way to the tree line almost here. Forest up ahead. Just different patches of forest. You notice something off the side of the road here, up ahead. It's quite in the distance still, but here in the mountains, the forest and fog are inescapable. Ahead, the dirt road splits in two. Like, you can see that split in the road here, widening toward the east. There you see patches of cobblestone, suggesting that the eastern branch was once an important thoroughfare. So, and then up ahead you see this large kind of archway. I'll read that to you so you can what you're looking at. Pass through. The fog spills out of the forest to swallow up the road behind you as you travel further. Ahead, jutting from the impenetrable woods on both sides of the road, are high stone buttresses, looming gray in the fog. Huge iron gates hang on the stonework. Dew clings with cold tenacity to the rusted bars. Two headless statues of armed guardians flank the gate, their heads now lying among the weeds at their feet. They greet you with only silence, and you looking like sight right here, basically.
Need a burrito. That's cool.
It's kind of neat, yeah, like a large gate there. It doesn't appear to bar your path, but it's kind of ominous when you're looking up ahead. You can start to see this. Like, everywhere you travel in this land, you feel like if you're not surrounded by fog, you're surrounded by some other obstruction, like the forest itself, like the dark forest, or large land masses which obscure line of sight. You think you're heading the right way, though. You think that the direction towards Vallaki is probably further to northwest. Now, you could probably go around, but sticking to the road may still be the safest option. You can always check for danger if you wish.
Yeah, that'd probably be the best idea.
Yeah.
Check for danger.
You want to make a survival check, Garrett?
Yeah. Give me 1 sec.
Oh, you make that with an advantage as a ranger situation. Okay, just gonna see if he's around. Still daytime. Oh. Let's see. Huh. Well, you notice something. 1 second, and I will tell you what that something may be. What's that together? 9 and 6 is 15, right? Up ahead, just in the middle of the road, there's just a corpse lying on the ground.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Just in front of the gate.
Just like lying off the side of the road or something. Just a random corpse that you spot.
Shiver wants to do a medicine check to see how they died.
Okay. Make a check.
Just a second.
Should be fairly easy. Without much investigation, you think that the body was probably torn apart by some type of wild animals. Very large claw marks riddle the body.
Hmm.
And there's just one body.
Just one.
Shiver says there's wild animals. We should look for tracks.
Yeah. Do I need to roll another survival to look, or?
If you want to specifically look for tracks, yeah.
Okay.
With advantage, you roll very perceptively with your survival skills. You are unable to locate any tracks of any type. Whatever killed this thing has long gone and left no sign of where it left to.
Shiver search pockets and clothes and stuff. Their bags and stuff.
There's really nothing left on it.
Okay.
Nothing of value. It's like just old torn peasant clothes and stuff.
Well, I guess we should just keep going.
Yeah, Shiver steps over the. Keeps walking.
Okay.
Part of me wants to be true to my character and like bury this person, but then the other part of me knows that we have to press on. So
you could always, perform rites for them.
Yeah, I think I'll just I'm not going to do like ceremony to like do the full thing, but I think I'll just Rorik will lean down and do like a silent prayer and like touch their forehead and just kind of get up and start following.
Okay, yeah. All right, good. Yeah, you get inspiration for that.
Okay.
For your character. Because you played to one of your character traits and stuff. Good job. All right. Now what do you guys do?
Keep going. I think we should go north.
Straight north? Or past through the gates?
Passing the gates.
Okay. Sticking to the road?
Definitely.
Anytime you see these like little black lines that like are on the map, like these little black like dots and stuff, that indicates there's a slope or an uphill there.
Okay.
Anytime you see that, so you know. All right, Garrett, you're driving. Continue on the road. Passing through some more brush there. Forest, really, but the road looks pretty wide.
So inspiration, real quick, just so I know, is it does that work the same as like bardic inspiration or?
No, bardic inspiration allows you to add a d4.
Okay.
Inspiration allows you to roll with advantage on any skill check, single skill check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Okay, just want to make sure I had it straight. Cool.
Yeah. And you can only have one inspiration at a time. You can also give your inspiration to another player. I think they may need it.
Oh, okay.
I usually start every session with inspiration, but it's just a reminder that you have it at this point.
Cool.
Don't
Thank
forget,
you.
you guys start with inspiration each session.
I forget that every time.
I know. I don't remind you either, but it's a standing rule. So. Okay. Continue on. You see more path up ahead. You can always try to cut cross country if you don't like the way things look.
I'm looking at the map and it doesn't look like. Well, there's a spot we could cross, like cut across easy, seemingly. But anywhere else right now doesn't seem really fruitful.
Yeah. Path looks
I
like
think.
the easiest route.
Go ahead, sir.
Oh,
I interrupted you, Mike. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. That's all I was gonna say.
Oh, I was gonna say, Rourke. Since we have a map, I want to point on the map. There's like a little place where the road kind of goes off, and it looks like there's a building. Maybe we should make it there and rest
yeah,
for a
I was
bit.
looking at that. Yeah, I'm gonna head that way. I think it's been 2 miles since the gate.
From the gate. Yeah, it makes about sense. It's getting late in the evening, I would say, by now, based on how far you've traveled. I'd say you're getting close to evening. You have maybe 3 more hours before you're gonna become exhausted of traveling on this road, where you'll have to try to camp. So now you come around another bend, and just off in the distance, I want to read something to you guys real quick that you see. You notice something up on the hill there. Second. Uh, okay. There it is. Notice like a windmill up on the hill there. Very large windmill. Does that make you think?
The house we first came to when we entered this land.
Yeah.
And perhaps this is the same family's windmill.
There's a lot of windmills in a land like this, but this one's particularly isolated. Noticed out on its own.
Shall we check it out?
I think we should.
I'd say yeah.
You're heading towards it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna load up a map for you guys, okay?
Okay.
Remember, you're getting tired, and you're sort of seeing this thing off in the distance here, but
Should we take a long rest first?
I don't know if we should rest right outside of somewhere that we don't like.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to take a long rest, but unless we like backtracked a little bit and camped off of the path, but
I mean, that might be a safer idea than trying to hit it first.
you don't know what lies inside.
maybe we go back to where the road forks off and we can like set a camp off to the side, maybe in some trees or something.
Don't forget about Ireena, getting her, so we gotta get her.
Yeah.
Do we know about how far we are from there?
Still,
It's less than, I don't know. You could probably make it there by nightfall.
Oh, we can make it there by nightfall?
If you keep moving and you don't get.
if we cut through the forest, maybe.
I don't know, maybe we should do that then.
Yeah, maybe it's more important to keep moving.
Yeah, I was looking at the map and like I thought maybe it'd be, by morning if we kept moving, so if we can make it by nightfall, let's go ahead and try that. If you guys are up for that.
Yeah.
You want to just head back to the road and then try and cut through the forest? What do you want to do?
I want to go this direction. Cause
Yeah,
it's
like sort of over it, like.
yeah.
Well, you take note of it. You see it, and you see like somewhere off or like around the windmill outside of it, there are like these standing stones that are just kind of like, just standing on the hill next to the windmill. They look a little odd.
Like cemetery?
No, like a standing stone circle, like a Stonehenge, like a henge.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. That kind of thing. Yeah.
It's hard to pass these up. You guys want to keep going?
Can always come back.
Yeah.
We should remember it. We should mark this on our map.
Yeah, it's definitely marked, because it's revealed. You guys can see it, like, So you come down back to the road there, Garrett. Like you can see that there's the woods there, but the road is just below again. So you took like a bit of a shortcut over the hill. You're back on the road right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go into the woods now.
Like cut straight across.
Yeah.
All right, show me which direction you want to there.
Oh, whoops.
I'm gonna
I'm
kind of go
drawing.
that way.
Like right here. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you make it through there. Don't you're not noticing anything. You're just cutting through the woods and at a fast, normal pace. Basically now see out to the other side, and it looks like there's a road over there again through the tree line.
I can't see the hex.
I know it's a little tricky there. Just assume it's there, like somewhere on the road. Okay. As you're not quite out of the tree line, but if you move a little north, you would be. Okay, now you can see up ahead what appears to be a walled community gate, like a fence line. Just, maybe a mile down the road.
It looks like it might be Vallaki.
Let's see if they'll let us in.
You come up to a gate. Now let me read this to you. The Old Zvalich Road, which is what you've been traveling on, meanders into a valley, watched over by dark, brooding mountains to the north, far to the north, and the south. The woods recede, revealing a sullen mountain burg surrounded by a wooden palisade. Thick fog presses up against the wall of this village, as though looking for a way inside, hoping to catch the town aslumber. The dirt road ends at a set of sturdy iron gates, with a pair of shadowy figures standing behind them. Planted in the ground and flanking the road outside the gates are a half dozen pikes with wolves' heads impaled on them. Okay, so let me load up a map for you guys here. I went out of my way to make a map for almost everything, so
Nice.
why not?
while you're loading that up, so the dark gift that I have with
Yeah.
hair everywhere, do I look like I could be a werewolf, or do I look like just a hairy
You
dude?
look like sort of a werewolf. Yeah, like I mean, as long as you don't like reveal your face much, most people won't take too much notice of you. But
Okay.
it's gonna definitely play into some of your checks if you have to roll, like charisma or something, you know.
Okay. I think Rorik's gonna like pull his hood up like around his face.
All right, let me. Oh, I don't have your tokens on. Yeah, let me throw them on here. Flint, Shiver, Garrett, Rorik.
How close are we to a full moon?
It's still receding right now.
Okay.
According to my notes on that. So the last time I was able to update the time tracker, which doesn't seem to want to let me do it, it's 58% and it's waning. It's probably I'll tell you what
Gonna
it
be a while.
is. Yeah, so on this date, which would be like it's at 50% today. And it's approaching a new moon, which is a 0% moon. You got a long time before it's a full moon again.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah. Like till like past the end of the month. That makes sense. You're on like you're on the Monday, which is like yeah, it's the 8th of the month right now. Update this. Oh wait, there it goes. I'll update it later, but so you approach the gates and there's some guards there. You guys do. They see you approaching and they're like, "Halt! Who goes there?" Standing behind the gates. Can you see through those gates? I remember if I.
No.
No.
Okay.
Um.
Well, you hear someone call out from beyond the gates, and you can make out shadowy images of them.
I think as we're walking up, I'll just I'll say, just a couple of weary travelers looking for rest.
Where do you come from?
Ireena.
Barovia to this. Oh, sorry, good.
Oh, Ireena announces herself as I'm Ireena Kolyana, and I'm from the town of Barovia, and I've come seeking what do you
Church.
Asylum.
asylum.
Refuge.
Asylum.
Yeah, asylum. Please let us in.
They look at each other and they're kind of get a sense of like, it's getting late. It's almost dark out. We don't let travelers in after dark, Make a persuasion check with advantage as Ireena.
Persuasion check for her.
Yeah, if you don't have that as a skill, just roll like a charisma check.
It's +4.
Okay, go ahead. I don't see no harm in letting them in. They look normal to me. Well, and they talk to each other. One's a woman. She says, "It's your fault if they get into trouble, but I won't stop them." Hold on one moment. And they begin like opening the gates, and they swing open to allow you guys inside.
Dope.
It's a good thing you didn't come when it was really dark, because apparently they had orders to not let anyone in. Yes, come on, quickly, enter our town. There's always dangers afoot at this time of day. guys are
Baruch's
now.
gonna walk in, but he's like holding his head kind of down so the hood covers all the hair.
Flint follows behind you. Oh, okay. Gotta find me some ale soon. So you're now here. You made it. So, all that's left to do really is to try and get Ireena to the Church of Saint Andrew, but you don't know your way around town. Neither does Ireena. You don't want to spend any more time just wandering around the town unless you want to. But
Ireena turns to this one here and asks, where's the church? We need to get there as soon as possible.
the church. That's on the other side of town, on the west, by the west gate. You're entering our town through the east gate.
How long will it take us to get there?
Not long. You just got to cut through the town square and pass by a couple places here. Just past, you'll see the Aristek stockyards to your left as you head down the main road through the town square. And then keep going past that a while down the main road. And on the far end of town, you'll find St. Andrew's Church. Sure. And
Have
then
there been any?
he kind of shows you his map that he stands watch with. So there's the town right there.
Okay.
With some of the
Has
major
there been
landmarks.
any sightings of vampires or Strahd himself?
Oh dear, no. No, we haven't seen anything like that. Our burgomaster keeps us safe from such things, and we stand watch to make sure that nothing evil comes into our beloved town.
Well, I feel much safer with you standing watch. And then she combs her fingers through his hair.
Oh, that's unnecessary, young lady. I am a married man. Girl looks at him like, oh, don't pretend like you don't like it. How would you know? You've never touched me.
Whoa.
Got really deep.
We're unpacking some baggage here. Oh, man.
So you see that there's some larger landmarks, like the burger. They point out where a couple things are. There's the Burgomaster's Mansion south there, and then some place called Watcher House to the north. And there's apparently a large inn sort of near the center of town, not far from the town square. But you can already notice something, like you see where it says the Arisek stockyard there on the map? You hear kind of like some bustling going on there, and like there seems to be something happening there, even though it's kind of later in the evening. It's not far. You could take a look there before you head down the main road, you figure. And he does point out, yeah, somewhere down the stockyard there's like a couple merchants that run that place, the Aristek family. If you need supplies, you may be able to get some there.
I don't know, you guys. I mean, we could either just come back or we could just stop on the way. I mean, it is right on the way. How late is it? Is it like you said? It's getting dark, or
It's
like
like
dark
5 p.m. But for Barovia, things look dark at 5. You know what I mean? And it's in the middle of like October, so early October. So it gets dark.
Right.
It's not midnight. Like you have time if you want to check things out around town. You could do some sightseeing before you head to the church. Depends on what you want to do. Like if Ireena really wants to just make a beeline there, you could do that. But you are also on, you're looking for more information about the land itself and looking for allies, and it's good to ask questions everywhere you go.
And she feels a lot safer than she did outside, so stopping's fine.
Shall we make our way to the stockyard then?
Let's.
Alright, you head there. And load up another map for you guys. Yes, so there's another map here. Give me 1 second, I just want to... Actually, I gotta just get up for a moment, just bear with me.
Everyone looks so nefarious. Even the children. Jesus.
Look like demon kids.
They're just soulless.
Alright, look at these dudes over here. Gunther and Yelena. Look like there could be vampires to me.
To me, they look like anyone else in this land. Gray and blue and empty.
Vaguely edgy, like a 90s rock star.
Yeah. Some of them are in bands.
So you're at the stockyard, and it's a large stockyard. It has several locked sheds along its periphery. So like if you zoom out, you can kind of get a good sense of it, right? This map isn't an actual map. You notice that there are some sheds and buildings over here. It's kind of like a little bit off the road, but a wooden sign above the front gate reads Arisak Stockyard. And parked at the south end of the stockyard is a sturdy carnival wagon, its colorful paint peeling off. Faded lettering on the side spells out the words Rictavio's Carnival of Wonders, and there is a heavy padlock which secures the back door of this wagon over here. You also see something interesting here, but this is what it sort of all looks like. Like this is what the wagon looks like. That.
Cool.
It just seems interesting because you haven't seen something like this yet. You take note of it. There's a man right here, and it looks like what he's doing is it's a puppet show, and there's all these children gathered around, and they're watching him put on a puppet show, and it looks like you could just kind of hang back and observe it if you want.
I'd like to observe it.
I think Rorik's interested in that, yeah.
Yeah, you see him, you don't really see the man, but you see what's going on with the puppets, and it's, without like going into too much detail, it looks like he's showing this little story about these old ladies that give children like sweeties and cakes and lure them. It goes on and on for a while, and they lure them into their home, which is like this weird place with all these gears and machines inside of it. And when they finally get fat from eating all the candy, they throw them in the oven and eat them. They cook them up and chop them up into bits. And all the children are like scared and petrified of the story as he's going on and on about it. Yeah, so not the most fun tale you would assume for children to listen to, but they seem very entranced by it. You see a man, a middle-aged kind of guy, standing there, at the end of the show, and he's got, some gray hair and stuff. He's like, he's kind of skinny, and he's got glasses. You don't know what to make of him, but he looks different.
Shiver approaches him.
What does she do?
She says, like, this is like Granny's pies? Granny's pies? You know?
Oh,
You know? About
what makes you
Granny?
think that, little raven?
Just curious.
You are the curious one, aren't you? Where have you heard of Granny, I might add?
I forgot the name of the town. It's
Village of Barovia?
Yeah, Barovia. I was gonna say that, and I thought that's where we were. Barovia. 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 Barovia.
Well,
Granny's pies. Barovia.
I've heard of this story too. But I can assure you my little puppet show has nothing to do with real witches and hags. It's just
Do you know where she
entertainment.
goes?
No, I wouldn't know. Like,
can I insight to see if that's like?
Yeah, you can make an insight check.
And she's not like accusing him of anything. She's just
Right.
making the connection.
He can tell you're curious. Yeah, Rourke, you think like he's not like really lying to you, but he does smile when he says it, like he's not sure what to say exactly. But you get the sense from the performance that if he did know, the point of the play would be sort of to warn children against taking things from women like that, you know, hags, and to warn it it's like a lesson to warn children. Like he cares in some way about the fact that, you know, you shouldn't take candy from strangers.
If only I had known. Okay.
Sir, what's your name?
What is my name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a trick question, sir.
Oh, I know.
I'm just interested.
Yes.
I saw your fantastic puppet show. How long have you been a puppet showist?
Oh, I travel throughout the land and give shows to children where I can and pay my way that way.
And what can you tell us about this town?
Vallaki? It's quite the town. Good people here for the most part. The mayor is a interesting chap. He tends to he does his best to keep spirits high. Every damn week here, they put on a festival of sorts in the town square. It seems to be his way of maintaining morale, I guess you would say, as far as morale can be maintained in a place like Barovia. Yes, it's true. He does do what he can do. And he says, yes, they're planning one in 3 days, I believe. That's what I hear anyway. And you should probably attend if you're here. It's quite the sight. He's asked me to participate coming festival, but I haven't decided if I wish to do so.
What would he have you do at the festival? Just your puppets, or?
Juggle, puppetry, and perhaps something else. I have a few things in my wagon that may entertain the town folk.
So this is your wagon, then?
It is indeed. Points at it. Oh, you did ask my name. I'm known throughout the town as Rictavio. Pleasure to meet you. I am a traveling bard of sorts.
Well, that's an odd name. I can see how you could forget it yourself. Octavio?
My age is upon me today, I believe, and playing characters in puppetry takes its toll. As you might have noticed, it's quite the task especially to entertain children. Anyways, I'm done for the evening here. Should be getting to the inn. Do you plan on stopping by? Perhaps we could have drinks later.
Yeah?
We may.
Drinks!
Haha. Good.
I think I want to hand him 10 silver.
You give him 10 silver. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is most unnecessary, but I think I will take it from you.
You put on a good show.
Thank you. Yes. Do what I can. Just have to lock up real quick and make sure everything is secure.
Rictavio, do you by chance deal in magic spells or, holy water or any kind of, thing like that?
No, I do not deal in trinkets or commodities of the sort. I do occasionally find rare items, but uh, I don't normally. I'm not a merchant, you see. I'm more of an entertainer.
Ah,
Hmm.
Yes. As he
What?
approaches the wagon, suddenly the wagon just kind of lurches, like kind of shifts. Like you hear something rumbling inside of it, and you hear something scraping and like inside and wood. And it's like, ha, and he might have gotten out again. Um, you notice that like he quickly unlocks it and rushes in and locks it again as he goes inside. And you hear some little bit of yelling. Now sit down, be good, and you'll get your supper soon enough. I just got to go back out and purchase some goods for you. And then he comes back out and locks it again and begins making his way back over to where you guys are all just gathered.
Sorry for the intrusion of asking, but you have to understand we've seen many things in our journey. Who or what do you have in your cart?
Well, let's just say it's my friend. Why do you want to know?
I've learned not to trust people that. How do I want to word that?
Try not to offend them.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying not to just be
Yeah.
like, I don't trust you.
Make a
I must
persuasion
insist.
check. If you can't really think of what to say, just see if he's willing to share information with you. Well, we'll just say
I'll just say something like, I must insist if you'll just indulge me, please.
that would be my pet tiger. Yes. I have to keep him well fed and out of the reach of the townsfolk. Don't want him getting out, murdering the whole town. But occasionally I will bring him out on a leash, of course, and have him perform tricks for the villagers from place to place that I go. It's my number one act. I was saving it for festival, but as long as you promise not to spread the word around town too much, I'll be in your debt.
Can we pet him?
Yes.
I wouldn't recommend that. He hasn't eaten yet tonight.
Aw.
I'd like to see if he'll stay in there and calm down a bit.
Maybe he'd like some pie.
Some pie.
I think he has more of an inclination for wolf meat. Matter of fact.
Oh,
Specifically wolf?
Well, wolf's all you can get around here when it comes to meat. Been eating it for several weeks now at the inn. It's all they serve. Much. That and that dry bread of theirs.
And what more can you tell us about the inn?
Oh, the inn. Haven't been there yet?
Not yet.
Well, I'll tell you what I can tell you about the inn. They offer wine as their only drink. There's 2 types of wine. One's a little bit better than the other. It's kind of like the only thing these Barovians drink. But the inn does have, they have it in abundance. Yes, and it's family owned and operated by what were their names? The Murdakov family. And he sort of gives you a brief description of the Murdakovs right there. Tells you what they look like. They got like premature and gray hair within the family, and they're well-to-do business folk throughout town. Good folk. Quite like the owner and his wife. Their children aren't too bad either.
Who is the wealthiest person in this town?
Oh, it's hard to say. I would say probably the Burgomaster or the Waterhaus family. The north here. And they seem to be rivals from what I gather.
What can you tell me about the what is it? Watcher House?
The Waterhaus, yeah.
House.
Yeah.
Are they bad? Are they like evil?
I really wouldn't know. I wouldn't be able to judge. I don't know them.
What do you know about them?
I know that they are a family that's been here for many ages, and that there's sort of a rivalry with the Burgomaster's family here in town. Have you met any of the Baron's family? The Valakoviches?
No.
Not yet.
What should we know about them?
Well, like I was saying earlier, the Baron puts on festivals for the village. Claims it's to keep up spirits amongst the villagers. But I suspect it's more for him maintaining his own power. You see, he believes that these festivals ward off the evil of the devil of this land known as Strahd. Nonsense, I say. But if the villagers believe in it, so be it. Who am I to, to say it doesn't help? But the Baron seems insistent on it, and if anyone speaks against the Baron, from what I've seen, well, let's just say it doesn't go over well with the Baron. Last time passing through the square, I noticed a man in stocks who apparently was put there for calling the Baron a fool for giving the people false hope.
False
Sounds like
hope. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, sounds like a tyrant to me.
I wouldn't use the word tyrant per se. He doesn't directly cause harm to the villagers. Then again, I'm not from here, so I can't really judge.
Where are you from?
Here and there. I came here from, well, many years, but I've been here, I Came here from a land far away from Barovia, let's just say, and I haven't been able to leave.
Seems to be the case with everyone that comes here.
It does indeed. Sort of looking at you as you say that, and wonders. So, where do you hail from?
That's a good
Like-
question.
Like you said, a land far away from Barovia.
Well,
As
I
for
wish you
me, I
safe
don't
travels in
remember.
this land.
Mm-hmm.
Who's speaking? Who was that?
Ireena.
You look like you may be from Barovia, lady.
Yeah, I just don't really remember how I got here.
Don't remember.
I was
Interesting.
young. I must have forgotten.
Well, did you not say that you were from the village of Barovia?
Yeah,
Did you tell her that? Did you tell him that, rather?
yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying before that, I don't know where I came from.
Oh, I see.
It's very complicated.
Indeed. Most things are.
So who else should we know around here? Who's that guy over there, Gunther?
Oh, that's the Arasax. They're merchants. You could probably pick supplies up from them.
Yeah?
Yes.
Are
Him and his
they-
wife maintain a stock house there.
Oh, that's a woman.
Yeah. Gunther's a man and Yelena is a
She's
woman.
beautiful.
Yes. He's very fine.
Oh god.
They look like your typical weather-worn Barovians to you. You know, like similar to like lots of the people you met. Soulless, perhaps. Well, it is getting dark. I should probably be on my way. Pleasant journeys. Come see me at the inn and we can talk more. You get some time.
Thank you for your time.
Yes, and he sort of just meanders off there. The children all do the same, and they sort of leave the area after playing some games. They go home. They know it's getting late.
I guess before they close up shop, I'll come over and see what they have to sell.
Yeah.
Can we see the tiger later?
Maybe.
Hopefully. Just so you guys know, we have
He does have
124 gold.
He has it locked up right now. Oh, you do have 124 gold? Okay.
Yeah. Just if anyone sees anything they want to buy.
Got it.
You could always try and break into his thing.
Let's see their inventory list first.
Yeah, he one thing he forgot to mention, but you assume, is that he pays to keep it here in the stockyard because it's relatively safe. And the two merchants own this stockyard, the whole area here, and he pays them to keep it here. And then
Oh, you meant the tiger.
no, the entire, like, his cart, his carnival wagon, which contains the tiger, according to what he told you.
Okay.
So are you're stepping up there? They're just sort of like working outside and maintaining their stuff outside, and you see a man, and he says, "Well met. What can I do for you?"
Well met, sir.
Well met. We heard you were the merchants around here. Thought maybe we'd look at your wares.
My wares, indeed. Yeah, we have a supply of goods. If you're interested in something for yourselves, what are you interested in? We do have a selection of some armor. look like travelers. Maybe you could use some upgrading.
Do you have any mirrors?
Mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
Probably have something like. So he's gonna have. I'm trying to find it, but where that list of merchandise? I use. He's gonna have that standard list, you know,
Mm.
goods, and then possibly some like armor if you're lucky. Oh, he does have some special items too. I'll share this with you guys.
Okay.
He has some good
Ooh.
items for you guys. Like they're very expensive, rare items. He tells you. Have a
How
look
much is the
around
spear
and.
bolter?
Oh, what was that one?
How much is the spear bolter? Heavy
Um.
crossbow.
Oh
Oh.
yeah.
Best offer.
Well,
Probably
I'll give
starting
you.
around 2,000 gold for something like this. It's a special item.
Okay.
It's well made. I believe it was used in the wars during the founding of Barovia, and it's lasted many years. Some type of magic enchants it, from what I understand.
And then you have common items.
Yeah, he's gonna have the common item list, like that you guys were using from the other merchant.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to find. Does anyone have it? Like saved anywhere?
No, not that I can see.
What was it called? It brings up a whole list. I can't recall it now.
Equipment list? Right? No, that wouldn't be it.
You know the one I'm talking about that I was sharing with you before.
Yeah.
Adventuring gear?
Is it called adventuring gear?
It's like a. I just looked it up. There's like a list of costs and the weights.
Yeah.
Oh, I found it. Go down in the little information thing at the bottom. It says supplemental material, and it's in that.
It's in supplemental material.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. It is called adventuring gear. You're right. So he has anything like that plus what's not on there. He's also gonna have well, is there leather armor on there and stuff?
I'm looking through now for armor.
I don't think he has armor on there, but he'll have a few sets of gear like chainmail and leather armors and studded leather. Anything you get for the player's handbook, he's gonna have some of that. He's the only merchant that I could have put it on, so. But those are his rare items under the merchants list, and then the adventuring gear is right there.
If you just look up armor, it'll list all the armors and the prices.
Right.
Oh, dope.
So if you want to buy armor, it'll, You mean when you search the compendium, right?
Yeah, under rules,
Yeah,
if
under
you
rules, yeah.
leather's 10 gold, chains 50, breastplate 400, half plate 750, plate 1500.
So I just
Oh,
linked that
yeah, there
for
it is.
us. So
Yeah, nothing would really bring me up too much, I guess.
yeah, and it's Some of it's not cheap.
Oh god, no.
What kind of armor is Garrett wearing? Is he wearing like leather or studded leather?
I think I have leather.
Studded leather would definitely be an upgrade for him.
Mm-hmm.
Who
Yeah,
else
leather.
wears armor like that? And what kind of armor does Ireena have?
Let's see.
She's got a breastplate, so she's doing
Yeah.
pretty good. Breastplate is, I think, medium armor.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh wow, she has a breastplate. That's pretty good.
So she's got low dex, so it still only puts her at like the 15.
I have scale.
Oh, you're only
Um,
wearing scale?
yeah.
Chainmail would definitely upgrade you a little bit.
Yeah,
Unless
I don't
you're
know if I
getting
wanna.
some modifiers from dex, right?
Yeah, I am. Actually, it only put me at 1. So, if you take into account the shield.
Well, the shield should be +2.
Yeah, so it'd be 16 plus 2, which would be 18. My AC is 17 right now.
Oh, so you must have a +1 dex.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna probably want to hold out for splint or plate then
Yeah,
as your
definitely.
next big upgrade. I don't know why
Garrett.
anyone would ever wear ringmail. I guess if you had shit for dex, but
Yeah.
you didn't want to spend the money on like breastplate, scale.
It's probably just like a cheap version, like.
It is. It's like cheap chain is what it basically boils down to. Or
Garrett,
cheap.
if you want to buy some armor, dude, feel free. Just let me know what you spend.
Yeah, I'll get the studded leather, I guess. It's 45.
Yeah, he can hook you up with that. He tells you it's made from cured wolf
Oh,
wolf
nice.
hide. It's very supple, surprisingly. You can imagine how that looks. But it's been tanned and cured, so it's not like hide armor, it's cured leather. So. But it's a specific type, made from wolf skin.
Hmm.
You gonna
Have you
upgrade
thought
to
about maybe
that?
getting like chain? Can you use chain?
I don't.
I think rangers get medium armor, but you have a disadvantage if you're wearing chainmail on your stealth checks.
Yeah, that's the thing.
The
Wait,
better
I thought.
armor for you would be, well, studded leather is the best because you probably have super high dex. That's the only one that's not going to cap your dex.
Oh, I wasn't talking about chain mail. Sorry, I was talking about chain shirt because it doesn't have the disadvantage.
Yeah, chain shirts are not
It's a
bad.
max 2.
It's only a max 2 though, yeah. So for
Oh
him, he's
shit.
got a
Okay,
+3.
not
Yeah.
bad.
So it's like 6 to 1, half dozen the other for him. So the studded leather is the best upgrade that's not magically enchanted.
Yeah.
Now, if you find a chain shirt +1, which sometimes shows up in some campaigns, that's a good choice. Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention to the max 2. My bad.
Yeah, you had to count. You had to count for that in there. So you guys picking up that studded leather?
Yeah. I guess.
You could also purchase some basic weapons here. They have some like surplus weapons like short bows, long bows, things like that. I guess if I type in weapons, I don't like maybe Ireena needs an upgrade like for a ranged weapon. She'd be proficient with any type of martial weapon.
Yeah, if you have one. I like fighting melee though.
True, she's probably best in melee, but it's not a bad idea to have options. Even if she just gets a light crossbow, you know,
Yeah,
or
I'm looking
something.
at that.
You know, have it preload it or something.
We have 79 gold left, so.
Short bows and light crossbows are the same cost.
Yeah, but it's a 1d8 or 1d6.
It's true. But with the light crossbow, you can't multi-attack with it. Because it's got the loading property.
How much do we have?
79.
I want to get the, what about the heavy crossbow?
Like a standard heavy crossbow? Let's see. That's martial. I think she has all that, right? She has the ability to wield martial weapons. I think that's in her, well, I don't know. Hold on, let me make sure. Gains proficiency in 3 skills of her choice from the following list: acrobatics, animal handling, athletics, intimidation, nature, perception, and survival. If the sidekick is a humanoid, it also gains proficiency with all armor, shields, and simple and martial weapons. So I was right. You could do a heavy crossbow. It's 1d10 piercing, but it also has the loading property. So that means like when she gets multi-attack, which she will, it sort of becomes less of a useful.
But what about with the longbow?
The longbow you can multi-attack with.
I think that's
it doesn't have the loading property. That's 50 gold. Or Garrett could give you his longbow because he mostly uses his hand crossbows. But that's your call, you guys.
Yeah.
Hey, actually, on that note, I never use my light crossbow. If you want it.
Oh, all right.
One day you're gonna need it, and you're gonna be like,
one day.
shit.
Now that I said that,
like you're gonna get silenced, and you're not even gonna be able to cast a cantrip. You're gonna need that light crossbow to shoot something that's about to kill the party.
Do you have any other weapons though?
I mean, yeah, I have a mace. I only have a +1 to dex, so I never use the crossbow. So that's why I was saying, if you want it, like,
I did use that longbow.
To you.
Yeah. Fine with me. I think a bow in general is probably. Let's see.
Just let me know what you'll want to do.
Let me get a bow, and that way. What is this? Longbow versus short bow.
A longbow is a 1d8, and then a short bow is 1d6. Longbow has a longer reach.
I'll take a longbow.
You're gonna buy
25.
one?
Yeah.
No, a longbow is 50, isn't it? Yeah, 50 gold.
Oh, it is 50. Is that okay, guys?
Yeah, it's fine by me.
That's
Alright, so minus 50. Oh, shit.
Don't forget the arrows.
Yeah, you gotta purchase
do I have
arrows
to buy
too.
arrows? Alright.
You should start off with at least like 20.
Yeah, I take it. I'll take 20.
Okay. Get 20. How much are 20 arrows? Like I think it's a gold for arrows.
Pull that up real quick. Ammunition. Yeah, 1 gold for 20.
Oh, I keep forgetting to check for crossbow bolts to do the roll.
Yeah, you should try to keep that in mind.
You want to buy more to top you out?
I have 18 right now.
Okay.
Working. So you got a longbow. What else you guys doing?
Let's go have a beer.
Can I sell my leather to him?
You could, yeah. Whatever it costs,
liver?
he'll offer you like half of what it would be for a new one.
So I got a leather armor, and then I got those skins from the doe, which probably isn't worth much.
You could try and sell them. He'll give you 5 gold for your old leather armor because it's in decent enough shape.
Damn it, you're sitting on my hand, dude. Come on.
You talking to your dog?
Oh yeah, sorry, I thought it was muted. My dog came up and sat on my hand, like on top of the hand that I'm using for my mouse. My bad.
That's cool. Yeah, they do that. All right, so you trade in your old leather, right?
Yeah.
All right, so he gives you 5 gold for that. You want to sell the hides?
Yeah, I have 2 of them.
From what? What was that from?
The doe.
Oh, the 2 does. Yeah, he'll give you like he offers you 20 gold for the hides. He's like, yeah, we can make something from these.
Alright, cool.
Offers you 20. Just take
So
20.
Yeah, I'm not a haggler.
Yeah, so you're up 25 again from everything.
do you want to put it in the group or keep it on yourself?
I'll put it in the group.
Okay, so up 25. We're at 53.
Also, I have a steel mirror in my inventory. I don't remember where I got that.
I want to.
You probably found it somewhere. Ireena would like it.
Yeah, I'll give it to her if she...
I think it'll be useful for us to have more than one mirror. Because remember when we found out that the 2 things that vampire can thwart a vampire are sunlight and running water? Remember?
Yeah, vaguely.
But sunlight is hard to get, but easier to get if you have a mirror. It's just an observation.
I like that thinking.
Yeah, pretty good at thinking things.
All right. I think I'm done here if you guys are. Are there any other like shops around or anything, or is it just them?
This is the only shop right here, yeah. There's shops throughout town you could visit, but like I'm treating this as the place you can buy and trade here for the whole town, basically. Some of the other merchants may have the occasional item, but I haven't really decided.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we can start making our way to the church if you guys are ready.
You want to go to the church?
Well, I assume on the way to the church we'll be walking through like the town square, so.
Yeah, if you take a look at that handout that I gave you under chapter 5, the Vallaki map, we'll just look at it again. So, you see where you're at, right? In the Arisek stockyards. Go back to that main road. You'd pass, you can either go through the town square or just avoid it and head towards the inn. Or head along the main road to get to the church, whichever way you want to go.
Perhaps, this is just what I'm thinking. What if we go ahead and go to the church and like secure your place there? Or secure her place there? And then we can make our way back to the town square and like take our time with like the festival and stuff.
Now remember, it is getting late and you guys have been exhausted. You know, you're you're gonna have to rest soon. So this day is coming to an end for you guys. You've been traveling all day.
Maybe we go to the church and try to have a long rest.
Yeah. Does the festival last more than just a day, or is it like a?
It's a day-long type thing. There's usually like a big event, but not
Oh,
information
so
you would know necessarily. But
okay. Let's
no,
just go.
they may not let all of you rest at the church. I mean, you don't even know what to expect there. They may not let Ireena in or have issues with her. Who knows?
So maybe we should do the inn first.
I think we should go to the inn.
Okay. All in favor?
Yep.
The inn has it.
Okay, so you guys trot on over to the inn. Grab that map here. Okay. The festival is not for another 3 days, by the way.
Oh, okay. I was thinking it was tonight.
No, it's not for another 3 days. That's what Octavio had mentioned to you. Okay, you make your way over to the inn. Let's see here. Alright, let me just read. Gray smoke issues from the chimney of this large 2-story wooden building, with a stone foundation and sagging tile roof on which several ravens have perched. A painted wooden sign hanging above the main entrance depicts a blue waterfall. And I've already shared with you what they look like, right? The Mardukov family that you know now lives here. So there you are. You're approaching the entrance to this place.
I guess we will walk in.
Okay. What we should probably do is once you guys, decide to sleep here for the night, you can socialize with the inn people or ask questions all you want, and then we can level up to level 4 for the rest of the session, and then call it a session. But
Okay.
you're free to enter the inn and this, meet local patrons and stuff like that.
Cool. Yeah, I think I'll go in.
We all enter.
Just slide your butts in the inn. Octavio's sitting
Oh,
there at
I
a
was still
table.
looking at the big map. Sorry.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know what's the
I
problem.
know I moved you guys over this time. So sorry. Okay, you notice a woman standing at the bar, and she matches the description that Rictavio had mentioned of the matron of the family. She takes a look at you all entering, and greets you and says, "Oh, newcomers, please grab a table if you wish, and we'll be right with you."
Um, Shiver goes over and gives her a peck on the cheek. Like a good to see you.
Oh, come home to us, huh, my little dear? It's about time you showed up. I'll be letting the mister know that you're home.
Hmm.
Erwin! We have company. Oh. Oh, my dear. There she is, and he pats you on the head. My little princess, as I like to call you.
She makes little chirpy princess noises.
You don't repeat what he says? Like,
Yeah.
you're supposed to repeat things.
Okay.
This man is like, you know, kind of the same deal. He's got scars over his eyes. He looks like he's got like a star pattern over his eyes. One blue eye, one brown eye. Grayish hair and beard. You
What a
bring friends with
magnificent
you,
beard.
my dear. I know, what a magnificent beard is right.
What did he say?
Looks like you brought some friends.
Brought some friends. And then she like turns to introduces you each. Rurik. And then she's sort of like, what's your guys' names again?
You don't know.
Rorik and Garrett.
No, you guys, not you guys.
Oh.
These two people that I seem to know.
Oh, Danica and Erwin Mardakov.
Yes, Danica and Erwin Mardakov. Friends.
Rorik's gonna like bow his head. Like what? Like a hello bow.
And what do you say to her?
So I take it you know Shiver then, from the sounds of it.
That we do. We do indeed, don't we, Erwin? Yes, my dear. She's our little friend. Found her when she was a chickling. Raised her up and nursed her up. Sent her off into the world. She's been making quite a name for herself, I understand. Isn't that right, my dear? Pointing at Shiver.
Made a name. Yep.
She has indeed. We've been traveling together for what, about a week now?
Roughly, yeah. Yeah, roughly about a week. He says, and how did she come upon you? Just curious.
She was traveling with some Vistani, I believe they called themselves.
Ooh, yeah. Vistani.
They're the ones that brought us here.
I see. Erwin, don't start. I wasn't gonna say a thing. Looks over at her. He's like, well, looks like you've been out in the cold for quite some time, and perhaps you could use a drink. We have wine. And wine, apparently, is what he says. He begins to go into like telling you a little bit about like the famous wine that they serve here. There's two types of wine that we have. There's the purple grape mash, which is kind of, you know, your regular wine for table wine serving. That you could get here. It's for 5 silver. And then we have another type, which we're actually currently out of stock on right now. Perhaps you would like some purple grape mash.
Sure, I'll buy a round for all my friends here.
Oh, very good. And this is 5 silver, you know, for well, is it that much? 5 silver for a round for everybody, he says. Why not? Any friends of Shiver, friends of ours.
Friends of Shiver, friends of ours. Yep.
Speaking of which, perhaps, well, perhaps we can talk about that issue.
Yeah.
The issue of low wine stores. if you're interested.
Okay.
What's this that I hear about low wine stores?
Who are you speaking as?
Ireena.
Ireena. Well, you see, it's nearly gone, and the shipment that we expected is very, very overdue at this point.
Very overdue?
It should have been here over a week ago.
Oh.
Yes.
What do you think happened to it?
Well, I don't know, but that's what I'd like you to investigate. See, we get our wines from my family's vineyards west of here. We call it the Wizard of Wines. And he describes it as a large winery in like a field of, just like you would expect, like a winery, with grape fields surrounding it. It's a vineyard. The vineyard and winery is a few miles west of here. If you follow the old Svalich Road west, you'll see the signs eventually. Thing is, we haven't been able to send anyone out to investigate, and most of the lots around here don't have the courage to go west anymore. Bad things happening on the roads, as you might imagine. I'm sure you've seen your share of interesting things happen on the road. I'm assuming you've come from the east, I suppose. Anyway, I digress. You maybe would be interested in taking a look for us. We could definitely reward you in certain ways. He's kind of
Yeah,
looking
we
at
might be
y'all
open
for
to.
sort of an answer. Oh,
Perhaps after we finish some current business we have in town.
oh, of course. I understand. Whatever business you have here, if you find some time, maybe you could head out and take a look for us.
I think we could do that.
Sir, what could you tell us about happenings at the church recently?
Oh, well, rumor around town has it that the head priest there has claimed that there was some type of theft, from what I gather. He's up in arms about it. Apparently, religious artifacts were taken from the church. I don't know much other than that. Tight lips, you see, those churchgoers.
Oh.
Oh, yes, he says. Very tight. Tight-lipped indeed they are. That old Lucian Petrovich, not one known to be sharing much information with his flock. It's a wonder that St. Andrew's worshipped at all. Are you planning on heading there?
We are. My life depends on it.
And why is that, my dear? What's wrong?
Well, I'm going there so I can seek asylum, being watched by or stalked by the by the
By Strahd?
by Strahd. Sorry, I forgot his. Sometimes I get dizzy and forget things.
Oh, are you serious? She looks at you and says,
It's ever since I got these marks on me. It's just I feel kind of dizzy, a little dumber.
dumber than
I think
usual?
I think Rorik's gonna kind of intervene and be like, anyway, we should really be getting some rest. We're all very tired. I'm kind of gonna like nudge her, like, don't give too much information to people we just met.
Well, if you're looking for safety, Vallaki's a relatively safe place, my dear. Um, you'll have safety here at our inn at the very least. We keep a
Well,
close eye on goings on, I'll just say.
Can you tell me anything about Strahd? Why he might have chosen me?
I wouldn't know, my dear. Irwin's kind of steps over to speak to you. Says, "I'll tell you all I know if you discover what's happened with our wine."
What do you think, guys? Does that sound fair?
Sounds like a fair trade. Information's always useful.
But first, shouldn't we all get a good sleep? Maybe drinking some wine would help.
Drank your wine. Okay.
Why do you have? Please don't start rolling dice now.
No, not unless you start trying to get drunk on me.
No.
Like if you're just gonna drink glass after glass.
Oh my gosh.
You drink
What
one
did I
wine.
do?
You get one
I drink
drunk.
one wine. I get one drunk. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Ireena says that's probably enough for me. I would really like to rest. I think we all would.
Yes, I understand. Well, there is room. We do have room here. If you, whenever you're ready to retire, just come speak to me, and we'll set you up in one of the rooms upstairs. And you can see that like just above like the where you're standing at here, like inside this room. You're in the tap room. There is stairs leading up over here. And by the way, the balcony overhangs all around this room. Like if you look up, you can see it. So it's sort of like that kind of room. You're in the tap room below, and like above where the this area is the balcony that on the second floor.
Shiver goes over here and introduces her to this person as like a shiver.
A shiver?
Yeah, like
What,
she just
what do you mean?
She just does the shiver motion, like she's cold shiver. Says,
Greetings.
Greetings. Who are you? What's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
He doesn't speak much, my dear.
Oh, what's your name, my dear?
My name's Ingvenge. Krushkin, at your service.
Bendy Krushkin.
That's how you say it.
Oh.
Genge. Krushkin. He's my brother and friend, and his name is Zoldar Zarorovich. You see that they're sort of like dressed in hides and, you know, armed with weaponry like hunters would wear, you know, themselves with. My brother and I are the greatest hunters in the entire town of Vallaki. Did you try the wolf stick?
Wolf stick.
Wolf stick.
Wolf stick.
Yes, wolf stick.
Wolf stick.
Yes.
Wolf stick.
If you try the wolf stick here at the Blue Water Inn, it will be known to you that my brother and I are the ones who provide this here. Yes.
Wolf stick.
Wolf stick.
Wolf stick.
Yes. You're now finally getting it, I think.
Wolf stick.
Yes, wolf sticks.
Wolf steaks.
The other one's non-speaking one that's just grunting.
So you hunt wolves around here then?
Of course we do. We do not fear it like most people here. That is going into the wilderness. We do not fear it.
What's the biggest wolf you've seen around town? Or around the wilderness outside of town?
Come in all shapes and sizes. My brother and I, we only hunt ones that are easy prey. Ones that do not have more supernatural qualities, if you understand. We
Of
stay
course.
away and we track only the ones that are easy kill.
Hmm.
What do you make of these larger ones? Wolf steak?
We haven't made any. Like I say, if you're implying that we go near these creatures of darkness, then no. Keep our distance, yes?
Are there any prominent wolf dens you know about outside of Vallaki?
Oh, yes, there are many. My brother and I are excellent trackers and guides. If you ever wish to go out hunting, we may be able to take you there. We charge fair rates for our expertise of tracking. Could serve you for 5 gold a day, or if you wish to also travel through the lands at night, it's a different matter. We could maybe make an arrangement, you see. But we usually go out during daytime. It's the only time safe for such things.
I remember not long ago talking to another hunter, and he was saying that there's a wolf den near a lake somewhere around here, but I can't quite remember where. Does that ring a bell to you?
Out of character, what are you referring to there? I can't remember.
Myrmidon, the Five of Swords. Look for a den of wolves in the hills overlooking a lake.
Yeah.
Trying to play it like I didn't get it from a card, and I was just like,
Yeah. I thought that's what you meant. Says, brother, do you know of such a thing? There are many dens, my friend. Would have to look far and wide not to find one.
Well, perhaps maybe sometime in the future we could work together and try to find it.
This could be arranged. I'll have to sort of research that. I know there is one somewhere like in the area, but he knows of many dens. That's what he's basically pushing. Let you know.
Okay.
Perhaps one of them is the one you seek. Perhaps not. We know best place to get kills. We trap them all. You see.
Good to know. Thank you.
Much obliged. Hope you're enjoying your steak. The only thing they serve here.
He'll like nod as he's
I
leaving.
think they serve like a stew too. It's like a porridge, but it's not very good.
Shiver sits in between these two guys and says, Woostik?
Which two guys?
Woostik? Right?
What do you want, little bird? Yes. Why do you bother us?
What is your name? Why do you bother us?
We are wanting to be alone.
Okay.
I think Rorik, he hasn't drank his wine yet. He's gonna put it down on the table and say, but drinks are so much better with friends, both new and old.
Where do you hail from, friend?
we've made our we've made our way from Barovia. What about you?
We live here in the town. You look at them now and you notice that they're both dressed kind of like noble youths. Like kind of finery about them. We are the best fighters in the village. Of course. Isn't that right, brother? Of course. No one can outdo the Watcher brothers. If you wish to put up your chops, we can show you a demonstration.
Oh, they won like a brawl?
Yeah, they're sort of implying brawl, you know, like then the Mardikovs butt in and they're like, "Hey, you two, keep your tankards and your fists to yourselves. What did I tell you before? Hey, Erwin, we're just having a little fun. Don't be such a sourpuss, yeah? I'll show you something sour, and those grapes. Don't make me put my special sauce in them. You won't be smiling anymore." Kind of makes them back down a little bit. Fine. Time for us to go home anyway. Have a good evening. And they just sort of like exit out together. Those two always causing trouble around here. Best keep out of their way, he says.
Okay. Well,
Damn
since no one
stupid
took my wine.
watchers think they run this town, I swear. Fools.
Oh, so they're from okay, they're from the other family.
They're from a prominent family, he says.
Well, since no one took my wine, I'm gonna bring it down, and I guess I will give it to our friend here. Nice to see you again.
Oh, hello. He seems like a little distracted, like he wasn't paying attention to anything. Says, "Oh, you finally made it here. How goes your evening?" I'm assuming you're talking to Rictavio again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes. Good evening to you. You just kind of notice he's like, he's thumbing through a book, he's reading, just kind of sitting there. Little distracted.
What are you reading?
Oh, just tales of this land, Barovia. Stories about ancient things that supposedly lie in the hills. And most of it seems nonsensical, to be honest.
I might be interested in reading that book when you're done with it, if you find yourself able to part with it for a time.
Oh, sure, why not? I'll figure I could probably lend it to you in a day or two. Just getting towards the end and would like to finish it myself.
Of course. It just sounds interesting.
It is quite interesting. These Barovians have wild imaginations. Sometimes things here are never what they seem. And when he says that, he gives you a wink, a nod, and then he flips his eyes back with his back turned towards the counter. Like he's trying to let you know things don't always appear as they seem.
I'll give like a subtle nod.
Yes, of course. Would you do you have any tales of your own to share?
I think Rorik's gonna like kind of stretch and yawn and say, perhaps we can speak of tales
when we have a bit more time, I think my companions and I should probably get some rest. But we will speak again, of course.
Oh, of course. Yes, I'll be here. Are you planning on going to the festival in a few days?
It all depends.
Depends on what, my dear.
Well, it depends how tomorrow goes. I guess we'll see you there if we see you there.
Very well.
You, guys all ready to go to bed?
That sounds good to me.
Yep.
Okay.
Harriet's been asleep at the counter this whole time.
Yeah, apparently. All
I think
right.
our friend has passed out on the counter there.
They, you know, the Mardikovs kind of give you a key to a room upstairs, and they take you up and show you to your room. Do you guys want to go now?
Yeah,
We
Upstairs?
can.
Okay.
What do you mean?
No, I just mean like, you're retiring now. You don't want to do anything else down here.
Yeah, agreed.
yeah, I can.
Yes.
Sounded like a yes from someone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Ireena's like, there's not enough beds. One of you must sleep on the floor. Pick now. Please, my friends.
I'll go over to the
Shiver
floor.
jumps in the bed with Ireena.
I'm used to sleeping on the floor.
Oh god.
Alright. You got your bed back, Rorik.
Okay. I won't complain.
Shiver will take that bed, I guess. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna end it. We're gonna call it an end here. You'll take a long rest.
Okay.
Get your spell points back or everything. And you guys can level up during the week or whatever. I'm actually kind of tired, so I don't want to walk you through it, but I will level up Ireena, and then we'll pick it up again in maybe a week or two.
Sounds good.
See where we go from there with Curse of Strahd, and I don't know what are we doing next weekend.
Hanging out.
I think we might be able to play.
I'm down for it if you guys are.
Okay.
I'll definitely be able to Friday.
You'll be available.
Yeah.
All right. I'll set it as a tentative. I'll let you guys know. I mean, let's just say we'll play for now, unless anything changes. I'll see what happened with our missing friend or missing player. Didn't even get on Discord at all. But that's okay. Any questions about any of this stuff that we did? That any encounters?
No, I think it was still a fun session. I
Did
had
we
fun.
skip anything?
Did we skip anything?
By going through the forest?
No. Well, it's an open world campaign, so
Okay.
you could have gone anywhere you wanted. So not really. You did take sort of the most predictable direct path to what I expected you to do.
Oh.
Like you went to I mean, I'm talking about the whole journey tonight was, you didn't like wander off into the wilderness anywhere and go crazy. Attacking things that are like super high level or anything. Which is a wise choice. You stuck to the quest that you had, and you didn't skip anything really. Everything can be played at any point anyway. Like I can always work it back in too, so yeah, it's not a big deal anyways.
I will ask real quick before you go. I know I keep forgetting. I'm gonna go ahead and level my dude up. Average, right, on HP?
Yeah, I would recommend it. You can roll if you want, but I would recommend taking the average.
I'll just take the average.
Yeah, it's better.
Good night, guys.
Night.
Night.
Yeah, good night, guys. Yeah, feel free to level up, but if you have any questions, just shoot me a message during the week. All right?
Yeah, for sure. I might hit you up next week about Roll-20 if you got some time, but I'll message you about
Yeah, yeah. Oh, we were supposed to do that today, weren't we?
it. Yeah, my back was hurting. I didn't want
It's
to.
fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
All right, yeah,
But
we'll try and get together and do it next week to like sort of show you how to use it all. It's not that hard.
for sure.
All right, man. Have a good night, guys.
Have a
Night.
good one.
Take care.